follow me under when I'm crumbling? Every night I wonder, will it ever end? Sometimes I can barely breathe, dear. Sometimes I don't wanna be here. Sometimes I don't wanna be here. Sometimes I don't wanna be here. Demons always bother me. I'm leaving, but they follow me. Will you follow me under when I'm crumbling? Every night I wonder, will it ever end? Sometimes I can barely breathe, dear. Sometimes I don't wanna be here. Sometimes I don't wanna be here. Will you follow me under? Sometimes I don't wanna be here. Sometimes I don't wanna be here. I'm so sorry that I wasn't really there for me. Cause nobody else is showing any empathy. Rudely awake and quiet undertaking. Did I do something wrong? Life isn't easy. Why did you leave me here with my thoughts alone? I don't wanna wake up messed up, 'cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I need you now, 'cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. I'm so sorry Wish we could learn how to love our mistakes. Straight from the jump and not wait for an answer. Wish we could smile when shit's rough nowadays. Change our reactions. Feelings don't die around this neighborhood. We used to sell a double pills, young and misunderstood. Tell me what is changing from your point of view. A smaller circle, but the range is for some deja vu. I recognize my future, and there is nothing with you. Unless you turn your boat around, success might come recruit you. But unless you analyze in depth that we're steps away from death, 1,000 possibilities, act on it, Johnny Depp. For real. Cause we're lonesome childs, trying to know what far that brought us down the hill. I don't wanna be stuck in countless doubts. I just wanna smile and run away from you. I swear to God, man, I just wanna be a model for my brothers. Hey, I just gotta work until I'm on the covers. Hey, I just gotta work until my songs are covered. Hey, I just wanna make it proud to be my mother. Wish we could learn how to love our mistakes. Straight from the jump and not wait for an answer. Wish we could smile when shit's rough nowadays. Change our reactions. You just gotta love yourself. 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 Hope you learned your lesson, girl. I cannot teach anymore. Hope you show some faith in men, and not like anyone. Cause I am over being sober with myself when I'm with you. I am over being something I am not. I'ma turn it to the man now. Hey, finna get my money, ain't no handouts. Hey, finna be a legend like I'm playing now. Hey, I ain't gotta focus on my friends now. Huh? I'ma turn it to a man now. Hey, finna get my money, ain't no handouts. Hey, finna be a legend like I'm playing now. Hey, I ain't gotta focus on my friends now. You just gotta love yourself. Yeah. You just gotta love yourself. Yeah. You just gotta love yourself. Yeah. You just gotta love yourself.
You thought that I was blind, but to be honest I don't mind. Cause I don't feel the same way I used to do. Every time I see you I know the truth. Cause baby, every fucking time you've played me, you should know that I don't give a single fuck about you and your words. All the times you lied to me, I took notes. I don't know what to say. I thought you loved me, but you ran away. I've been living in the shadows for a while. Demons calling me from the afterlife. Dark doesn't face me anymore. I can see my tears into gold. Yeah, I don't care, no, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. I said, cause baby, every fucking time you've played me, you should know that I don't give a single fuck about you and your words. All the times you lied to me, I took notes. I don't know what to say. I thought you loved me, but you and I know people come and go away. Sun's low, that's my time to shine again. Cause baby, every fucking time you play me,
Niece, what you finna
there's
do?
no defense defense, I'll buy it if I want it. I'm going supersonic, come on back for it. Alright, okay. Running out of luck, too much in my cup. Nishi, run it up. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you're not my team pop. Shorty, I know. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you're not my team pop. My team pop. Who really got the block, sipping to rock in a cop car, They say they wanna party with us, well, that's not much. Be that poofy, it's a la-la, My feature price bigger than your bank account. You talk about it, but don't show us that about. These boys only flexing with that allowance. We swimming in the shower. I'm only f***ing you if your toes skew. Brown skin, goddamn, that's my soul food. I'm winning for the record, check your memo, bro. Generation of destruction, you remember us. LSD used to do promethazine. I only THC, Hennessy is my new lean. We no longer up next on top. Like a girl when she counting my checks. There's no defense, I'll buy it if I want it. I'm going supersonic, come on back for it. Alright, okay. Running out of luck, too much in my cup. Nishi, run it up. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you're not my team pop. Shorty, I know. Why you always tripping like you top? Cause you're not my team pop. My team pop.
I could make it. Sacrificed all my time towards greatness. Been alone in the dark, isolated. And my dreaming isn't real, we're separated. I never know it's coming my way, yeah. Cold out of stone, stay out of my lane, yeah. Leave me alone, this is my moment. Finally found what lights up my fire.
Yeah. Ay, push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I ain't too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard? Ayy, what about too hard? Ayy, about too hard, yeah. I'm killing your favorite rapper with minimum effort. Yeah, your corpse getting severed. The industry dry as the desert. Do whatever it is that you think that you're doing, I'm doing it better. Straight double use, that's my letter. Don't got no snakes, only ladders, ayy. They tryna figure out what's on our plate. Infinity sideways, we already ate. Skipping is basic, skipping is classic. Stay out of trouble, now I can relate. Nevertheless, again, I'm doing great. I just finished this thing, ain't no debate. You ain't my dog, you ain't my family, and sure as hell, you're not my mate. Yeah, I take my place at the summit. I can't wait till we counting them hundreds. I cannot lie, I ain't rich, yeah, but when I say my time coming, it's coming. And some of y'all got ahead of me, to be honest, I wasn't even running. But very soon I'ma run it. I demand it, man, I want it. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I ain't too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard? Ayy. What about too hard? Ayy. About too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this, don't like surprises. I cause a crisis, man, I'm a scientist. With the music I spice things, up to my liking. Man, I want nice things, nice things. This not an AK, it's a Uzi. I pull up and shoot it to movie. I'm chasing the bag, not a coochie. Cut ties with the fake, now it's Gucci. Word of my niggas from the 021. You count 6 shots and I count 2 guns. Some people still think I rap just for fun, but soon they look up to me just like the sun. Yeah, you can come over here. Swear it's like no career. Swear you got no idea. Soon you'll have no career. Take a good look in the mirror. They need to know that I'm here. Don't you act like it ain't clear. Yeah. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I ain't too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard? Ayy. What about too hard? Ayy. About too hard.
Hello and welcome back to another day of ESL Pro League. It's Season 12 and it's the Malta 2020 online season. You're here on the B stream with the Aussie Night Shift crew. We're here again for another day of Counter-Strike, and it's great to be back. Looking forward to what we're going to be catching up with today, but of course looking forward to introducing you as well to my compatriots Pilski and Mac on the desk today. Now, Mac unfortunately didn't come yesterday in his party shirt on the real party day, but he's just decided that today's the party day for some reason. Whereas you can see, as Pilski and I...
It's Saturday night!
Pilski and I are very well coordinated in the non-party mode, because yesterday was party day, not today.
It's Saturday night, all right?
Friday night's party night, not Saturday night.
Saturday night's party night.
You need to have 2 days to recover. I'm getting old. I'm 26 now.
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
Even Pilski agrees.
You're both old. Look, he's coming in with a migraine. You're coming in with the wrong clothes. I'm coming in with the right mindset and the clothes to boot.
Clothes to boot. All right,
Party
well,
time.
I tell you what, Mac, we do obviously have a bit of a party going on. Not the party, maybe not the party that we had yesterday, but what is up for us today is the main question. And of course, taking a look at it, it's going to be EG and Gen.G over on this stream, the beach stream. And it's great to have you here with us. On the main stream, things are progressing as normal. They are actually all the way into that third game. The second one went quite quick. Vitality and FaZe, a 2-0 going the way of Vitality. OG also got the 2-1 over Godsent earlier on in the piece. But Big and G2 to come over there on the mainstream, fellas, and that should be a pretty good one. And both of those teams are sort of in a position where they really do want to find some wins.
Yeah, I think it's good to see that OG actually picked up that victory over Godsent, whose team I feel like can cause a lot of upsets and maybe wouldn't have even been too bad of a shout to take that upset away. As for Big and G2, that's going to be a pretty interesting game. They're two teams that went into this competition being up near the top of the world rankings and near the top of Europe, and they want to see who's going to be progressing up towards the top order of that competition.
Yeah, and I feel like for that third game that's about to come up as well, you got Big, who hasn't had a very good start at all to Pro League. Like, they didn't have a really good start over in Cologne, and look, they just haven't really had a good time over the last almost month now. So this is their time to really put their foot down and try and get another win on the board.
All right, let's take a look back at yesterday as well, Mac. Obviously, we had quite a quick day yesterday. In fact, it was, I think, our fastest day so far. Cloud9 getting the victory up against Triumph 2-0. I mean, Dust 2 was... it was a reasonably long map, but then the second map, it just got absolutely obliterated their Triumph. And so, yeah, Cloud9 looking actually really good in that match.
Yeah, it was over in a matter of motiments, some would say.
Okay.
MOTMents. All right, we established that yesterday. Don't be the bad guy.
Sorry. It was about as fast and quick as Sonic the Hedgehog, so there you go.
Yeah, beautiful.
That was over before I could OC anything.
I never want to hear you say anything again, because you might as well just leave.
No, it's all right, because usually when he's doing this, he's in a great mood. Look, and we got to talk about JT as well. He actually had a couple of really big rounds yesterday. Finally popping off there, not only just calling for the boys, but also fragging for them too.
Big fragger, yeah. I mean, we don't necessarily actually associate JT with having that kind of an individual performance, but for Cloud9, he really stepped up yesterday. And I think for Triumph, on the other hand, there wasn't really anyone that sort of did a whole lot of work. Unfortunately, that was then culminating into that quick 2-0 for Cloud9. This is the CS Money pre-show, though, for today, and time to start talking about what's been happening in ESL Pro League across the board. And we've watched a lot of the North American region. We're going to be going back to North America again. We've got EG and Gen.G today, and that's a matchup that does look reasonably one-sided, particularly with the news that's coming through from the Gen.G camp that Daps is going to be departing the roster at some point in time. We don't know when that's going to happen, presumably after ESL Pro League is finished, but that's something that'll be on their mind. What's on my mind, though, fellas, is what's been happening around the world, and let's take a look at how the standings are starting to shape up here, Pilski, and see how things are sort of going in North America. We've got, you know, a 2-0 for Evil Geniuses, a 2-0 for Furia, and a 2-0 for Liquid, very in line with the expectation. And then for Gen.G, currently sitting at 1-1, they're looking okay, but that could very quickly change.
Yeah, look, they've had, I think, two of the quote-unquote easier opponents so far. They've played Triumph, which they were able to take the victory, although that was a very losable game for them. And then I think they played Chaos, who kind of just slapped them around the server. Now they're going to be playing the EG boys at the top of the group and a lot of the tougher opponents going forward. And for Gen.G, I mean, they weren't looking great even before the news came out that Daps was departing the roster. I'm keen to see whether that kind of a thing is going to compound the problem or whether it's going to sort of let a little bit of pressure off and let some of the boys play a little bit looser. Sometimes maybe that's what you'll need.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know how it's going to go for Gen.G. I just feel like the motivation's not going to be there now. You know, Dap's leaving. Maybe everyone else is going to be happy with that. I don't know what the whole motivation in the camp is. But of course, Daps, look, he's going to be replaced at some point. He said he'll leave if they can find a stand-in, but if not, then he's going to be playing out Pro League with Gen.G until they find an official player. But look, who knows what or whose that's going to be at this point. So I expect EG to maybe find a easy third win on the board today.
Indeed. Well, let's take a look at the European region as well while we're at it. And so far, Na'Vi Ents doing pretty well for themselves in Group A. Complexity and Astralis towards the top end of things in Group B. And FaZe's woes continue. Again, you know, we sort of talked about this yesterday, Pilski, that they were the only team that hasn't got a win so far in the EU component of ESL Pro League. Well, unfortunately, that's going to continue, and they're now 0-4.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams in both groups that are sitting at that 2-2 scoreline. That's going to get really tight. At some point, we're going to get down to those matches where, you know, it's make or break for some of these teams to go into the top 4 or the bottom 4. So those are going to be some pretty tight and exciting matches as we head deeper into those European groups.
Indeed they are, and we'll see how they all sort of pan out. Still about a week and a half of the group stages here in ESL Pro League, so plenty of opportunities for a lot of teams. But Mac, for a team like FaZe, for example, it seems like their run is done, right? They're a 0-4. You're not going to be able to get out of the group even if they win every single game from here. A 3-4 scoreline, unless there's some sort of crazy, massive mega tie going on there, they're just not going to make it out.
Even then, they've already lost to a lot of the teams that are above them, so you'd expect that it'd be head-to-head. They wouldn't get over the line even if they did get the 4 wins, because there'd be other teams on 4 wins at that point who have already beat them. So it's looking very rough for FaZe. Yeah, they've had a bit of a rough ride coming into Pro League, but hopefully, you know, they do have a lot of star players. They have a lot of firepower on that team, and they should be able to work it out. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, well, I guess that's a case of having to wait and see. And I tell you what, we're going to have to wait and see for our match today. It's time for us to take a break. We'll be heading into our pre-match discussion, though, about EG and Gen.G, which will be coming up right after this.
With the right CPU, you can turn any game from familiar to phenomenal. Unleash the potential in all your gaming with Intel 10th Gen processors. With its optimal balance of threads, cores, and frequency to deliver elite real-world performance, only Intel can bring Marvel's Avengers to life with in-game PC optimizations. Supercharge your Marvel's Avengers experience with Intel Core i5, i7, and i9 processors.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
The stage is set. From your home to the arena. We proudly support the living room champions like we do the champions of the world. Providing you with the best tools in your pursuit to be a star. Euronics, official electronics retailer of ESL Pro League.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Your favorites will play soon. You hope for the win. Excited about the game. But something has changed. You start to doubt. Will they pull it off? Or will they drift away? You pull yourself together because you're sure they're revved up to win. You know they've prepared. They've picked the right course. And even when there's no chances, you believe they will win. Gen.G Bet. Be excited.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Gaming Malta, Euronics, Mountain Dew Game Fuel, CS Money, MSI, Gen.G Bet, and America's Navy.
Evil Genius is taking on Gen.G today and taking a quick peek at that head-to-head. Things are not looking too promising for Gen.G. The issues compound upon themselves, not only that head-to-head record, but now Daps has announced that he is departing from the roster in the foreseeable future. We don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but that's got to be a hit to the confidence for Gen.G as well. Fellas, I got to be honest, I think this one sort of paints a picture for itself. Evil Genius is undefeated. They're looking like the best team in North America. Gen.G having a tumultuous season so far. It's realistically looking like a tough day at the office for Gen.G here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think even if they were playing in a little bit better form and a little bit better circumstances, let's be real, EG is really, really hot at the moment. It's going to be quite tough for any team to be beating them. I think that, you know, if you're the boys over on Gen.G in this series, you kind of just go, well, look, we're playing the best team in the group. Let's just do the best we can with what we've got, and then move through the rest of the group, see if we can try and take down some easier opponents.
Yeah, look, Gen.G, they do have at least a lot of individual performers on the team. You know, there's some big names there. There's some slightly less big names, but still players that you know can really bring up the standard on their day. And I think it's just a matter of chemistry and cohesion because EG, look, they have that. They have that for days, and that's the issue that Gen.G's going up against. So really the question is, what can they do to get over the line?
I think, again, for Gen.G, Pilsky was sort of talking about this in that they have to sort of play that sort of high-octane kind of Counter-Strike, play a very individualistic style, maybe just, I don't know, go into it without any expectations is maybe the way that I do want to put it. They got to make sure that they're not going to be too concerned about what's happening in this matchup and what's happening this season. Take it as it comes. For Evil Geniuses, the storyline's a bit easier. They just need to come into this, do their usual thing, standard day at the office, and theoretically that should be enough.
Yeah, I think EG just need to play a pretty average game here, and they should be taking this serious. The question for me is how convincing will it be? And exactly like you said, for Gen.G, look, at least in this tournament so far, the couple of games that I've watched, I haven't been too convinced by them. I feel like some sort of players that we know are very capable, not really having the performance that we expect of their sort of standards if they are in ideal form. So maybe if they're just let a little bit more loose, given a little bit more freedom, you might see a little bit better performance for them. I'm not sure they're going to beat EG anyway, just because EG's form is so good. But at least they'll make a little bit better of a game of it in my mind.
Yeah, and look, so far from what we've actually seen from Gen.G, it hasn't looked amazing. So I don't know what's really got to change for them to get the W over the line today, but look, it has to be something.
Well, someone has to do something pretty special. We saw Ben10, I think it was in that game against Triumph, really stepping up quite a lot. Daps even had a pretty good performance there. But I suppose that's really what we're hoping for from Gen.G today, is that across the board, the individuals are going to be able to step up and really take it to the firepower that Evil Geniuses possess.
Yeah, I think, I don't know what it is about Gen.G, but I feel like they're not fully utilising the firepower that they have. Some players play well when other players have a bit of a shocker. So yeah, they really do need that consistent performance across the board. And if Daps can't really bring it out of them, and he's on his way out of the team, then I feel like it's up to the individuals to really shine and show what they've got and just let that pressure off, play a little bit looser. And you know, we know that they're capable of having that big performance if they're in ideal circumstances, so just do the best that they can to create those circumstances.
Yeah, and look, last time we sort of spoke up Bentet going into that Chaos match, we spoke to Vanity, and Vanity said, look, I feel like my whole team's like just as good as him, if not better, and then in the server, Chaos really did the talking and completely destroyed Gen.G. And look, Chaos against EG, if you try to compare those two, EG's still another whole caliber above, so I'm super worried about what Gen.G is going to have to put up with today.
Are you thinking that this is looking like a 2-0 just across the board, Mac? Like, it doesn't really matter necessarily what the maps are going to end up being?
Yeah, it feels like it just because of the class at the moment. You know, EG, they're just playing to win. They're playing Championship Counter-Strike. And look, they want to take the W at the end of the tournament, and this is where it all starts. You build it up in the group stage.
Do you think there's an element of maybe making a statement here for EG? Obviously, they're not able to play against the European teams at the moment, so if they can go undefeated in the group here in North America, just top that, win it easily, is that making a bit of a statement to the rest of the world that, hey, we're here to play?
Potentially so. I honestly, you know, we talked to Breeze the other day, and he basically said they're just trying to keep that streak going. They're just trying to keep winning. And I asked him, you know, does it get a bit like, does it get a bit old? Do you get a bit demotivated when you're just winning all the time? And he went, nah, I love winning. We all love winning here. And as long as we keep winning, we're going to stay motivated. We're going to stay on top.
Yeah, all right. Well, we're going to jump into the veto discussion now, fellas. And looking across the board for Evil Geniuses, there's a pretty obvious perma veto. For Gen.G, a bit of a decision maybe to make, but we do know they like to angle towards that overpass veto fairly often. So expectations should be that the vetoes are fairly obvious coming into this one.
I think so. I don't think it's going to matter, though, too much. I think best case scenario for Gen.G, they get a map that's a little bit more towards the fringe and they can try and push on it a bit more.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's hard to say because EG's map stats are just so good. They're beating everyone at the moment. They're landlocked into NA, so they just have the best stats, and I'd feel like no matter which way it goes, it's just going to be an EG game.
Do you think maybe EG just decides we're not going to ban overpass here as well because they know Gen.G doesn't really play too much of it? Like, is that a thing where you're the
maybe.
favorite in the matchup? You just have a bit of a gamble with the map pool?
It depends. I mean, it's up to their sort of interpretation of how they want to be maneuvering their way around things. There's a bunch of different ways you can go with it. You can go, oh, maybe we'll play some of the weaker maps and get a little bit more match fitness on them and practice a little bit more, so we have a wider map pool. That's a good approach to practice. Maybe a little bit of a cocky approach. Maybe you go that 100% approach of banning out whatever you think is the best option for the other team. Like I said, I don't know necessarily if it's going to matter too much, really.
Okay, yeah, well, maybe it won't. But let's find out what the map, the couple of bans are going to be. So Overpass has gone from Gen.G. That makes life easy, I guess, for EG, in that they can then ban out the map that they probably don't want to see against Gen.G, which in this case is going to be Mirage. We know Mirage is a map that EG does play a little bit of, so I think that's more of a target ban than anything.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think like Gen.G have a little bit better stats on Nuke, but I know that EG is quite a good Nuke team. I remember watching their Nuke many, many times and being like, oh, I want to copy this, I want to copy that.
Okay, well, let's have a look and see what the first couple of picks are going to be. Dust 2 from Gen.G, Inferno from EG. So straight in towards the center of the map pool, Mac.
Australian.
Straight, mate.
Yeah, straight Australian, Dust 2 and Inferno. Both,
making life easy for us because these are the only maps that we know here.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
It's good
the only
that
maps we've ever played or seen here in this this God-forbidden region. But look, I'm thinking it's probably just going to be a Nuke left over after that. I don't know if we're going to be able to see Nuke. You know, this map pool, it still heavily seems to be favoured in EG's direction.
What about a Vertigo? That's one that both of these teams dabble with a little bit.
Could be any of the last three, I feel like. If I'm Gen.G, I probably want to take out Vertigo. Although EG looked a little shaky on it the other day for at least one half against Cloud9.
Chances of a train, Mac?
Oh, I'd love it.
You'd love it, but unlikely.
I'd love it, but I just feel like it's going to be Nuke.
All right, let's see if you're going to be right. Today, Train's gone, Vertigo's gone, so Mac gets a gold star again. A little clap for Mac. Dust 2, Inferno, Nuke. So again, it's straight towards the center of the map pool for the Dust 2 and the Inferno. And even now you can kind of make the argument that Nuke is one of those primary map selections for the majority of teams these days. So we're going to see a lot more of it. It feels like a pretty straightforward routine day though for Gen.G, for EG even. And you spoke about that, Pilski, and that you said you didn't think it mattered too much what the veto was going to be. Has that changed your opinion at all, or is that basically just a 2-0 still in your mind?
No, I think it's going to be a 2-0, and I think it really has to lean into that sort of individual skill debate in my mind, especially Dust 2 heading into Inferno. If you're not going to get 2-0'd here for Gen.G, you have to have some solid individual performances on some of your players. Somebody's going to have to step up and have a really, really solid game for themselves and have a hard carry performance, or you're probably going to be out of this series 0-2.
Yeah, and look, going into Dust 2, you'd probably expect that to be automatic on the AWP and maybe just hitting everything. I don't know. Which way do you see this one going?
I don't know. I don't really know if I have faith in any of the Gen.G players to have like a hard carry star level performance, just because even when they've had some decent results over the past, it's been like more of a sort of performance by committee is the way that I would say, and they very much have played within the system that DAPS has sort of set up when they've looked their best. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can go out of that mentality and go back into the, we need to win this game on the firepower sort of side of things.
I want to take a look at the map stats for map number 1. It's Dust 2, obviously, and this was Gen.G's map choice. So if they're going to get anything done today, it'll have to probably come in that first map. And I guess really they're going to have to take that momentum through to map 2, maybe into map 3 as well. I mean, if Gen.G does find a way to win this series, you reckon it's going to have to be, what, a 2-1? Surely they don't win 2-0.
I don't really know, to be honest. I don't know if I think I have the same level of faith in Gen.G on all 3 of the maps.
Okay.
So in my mind, I don't think the scoreline is necessarily going to matter. I think I'm more sort of breaking it down into each map. Like, what can they do to win each map?
Okay, tell me, what can they do then here on Dust 2?
Oh, let loose and just play a really high octane sort of up-tempo style and try to get in the face of EG a little bit, because if you let EG play that sort of style that they usually do, just simplistic utility and simplistic firepower, I think it's going to dismantle a more heavily structured style from Gen.G.
Yeah, I feel like they just need to be super worried about Cirque this matchup. He's just going to be so mobile, so hard to deal with there on the AWP, and you're going to have to make sure you have your flashes completely on point to get past this man. And look, even then, I feel like they're going to need some more.
Well, we'll take a look at the GGBet odds, and it's looking like the EGBet odds right now, because it's 1.18 to EG, 4.6 to Gen.G.
Look, to be fair, that's not the worst odds we've seen.
Yeah,
so...
I think yesterday was even more one-sided, wasn't it, for Cloud9? So yeah, maybe there's a chance still here for Gen.G. We're trying to make a bit of an argument, trying to build that storyline that they could potentially get over the line today. But the reality is that if EG actually loses this series, that's going to raise a lot of questions.
Well, look, that's usually what I do. I usually try to back the underdog. I usually have a lot of hope in them. But I've just seen so much S-tier Counter-Strike coming out from EG that it's just so hard to believe that Gen.G have a chance at the moment. That win streak, I feel like that's just continuing, and I just don't see an upset happening today.
Yeah, I just see Gen.G as a pretty average team, even before the DAPS change. I just thought of them as, you know, they're decent, they're okay, they can get double digits on a lot of the better teams in NA, they can put up a pretty decent fight, they can play pretty decent, structured, no-nonsense Counter-Strike, but EG's just a little bit too top tier at the moment.
Yeah, I think the way that we've told these storylines is quite a big contrast going into the very first day of ESL Pro League. Even back in Cologne, we were sort of saying EG's looking like the best team in the region, or certainly one of the best teams in the North American region, whereas Gen.G, even before this DAPS news and before what we've seen so far in Pro League, were more or less contesting for a 4th place in the group.
Yeah.
And I think that's the contrast that you have to think about. Now it's probably even shifting more so.
It's kind of crazy because, like, when I was looking at the Summit results, when I was looking back to that Cologne tournament where Gen.G were, like, pushing 100 Thieves, they were looking pretty decent. I'm kind of like questioning, like, how has it sort of turned around to this point where DAPS is sort of stepping down from the lineup and maybe disappointed with some of these results. But if you go back and look at their games on paper, like Summit, they came second. Then Cologne, they lost a close series to 100 Thieves, played some pretty good teams. Like, end of the day, I mean, I guess if your goals are being like the best team in NA or something like that, maybe you're sort of underperforming a little bit. But they've had okay, like decent results. It's sort of interesting the way this is sort of broken down, and I'm kind of curious as to why that's happened.
Well,
And I'd like to know, like under the surface, what the reasoning is. But that's only something you can speculate about.
Maybe
for
they're
the time
just
being.
trying to build a Colossus as well. Look, C9's building a Colossus. Gen.G caught wind of it and was like, "Oh, all right. Well, maybe we need to build a Colossus as well. Grab some more international players, bring them back over like we did Bentet."
Maybe. I guess it's going to be quite difficult to replace their IGL, though.
Yeah.
Indeed. Well, I suppose that's something that we're going to have to wait and see what they're going to be able to do. And we'll have to also find out today whether or not Gen.G can get any work done against Evil Genius. It's not looking like a particularly easy time for them against one of the best in North America. But we do move into Gen.G's map selection first. It's going to be Dust 2. And EG will certainly be looking for the 2-0 today. But maybe Gen.G can just hold them out.
Maybe they can. You'd love to see it. You'd love to see a good performance from some of these players on Gen.G. I always like, you know, even if a team's not doing so well, to see some pretty big level performances out of some of the individual players on the way out of the sort of previous period of the team is the way I would put it. Long control established here for Gen.G. In response, EG start to push up middle. Tarek's made his way all the way up there as Gen.G starting to set up for this long take. Maybe chuck some smokes on the cross. Seems like they're very much waiting for Tarek's flank out here. See if they will be able to punish it.
Yeah, USP in hand here for Breezy. He's going to be backed up well by Cirque, and the first couple of shots do ring out across Dust 2. There's a headshot for Cirque. Tarek follows up with a kill on Kusa, and across the board, it's Evil Geniuses that are finding the frags. The smoke won't deny the kills coming through from CT Spawn, and Bentet is the last left alive now for Gen.G as he tries to collapse upon Breezy. Low HP doesn't make a difference when the headshot comes across, and that's 1-0 for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of rounds like that, Jordan, to be honest. Very, very one-sided start to the game. Gen.G keen to see if they're going to be forcing or just taking the single save. Does seem like they will just opt to take the single save, although automatic investing in the scout, seeing what he can get done.
And it's just a slow approach in the mid-round coming out from Gen.G. EG, given a lot of respect at mid, just waiting for maybe a mid B split to come through, but it's automatic, going up short, and he's not going to be allowed any space. Cirque just farming, looking to find some dollary dues for that AWP, and it's going to be him, Tarek, just holding down short so damn well. That's going to be the bomb retrieved and a round found as well. 2 on the board now for EG.
the pace has already been set here by Evil Geniuses. 2 very comprehensive round victories in a row. That said, obviously Gen.G, they didn't win the pistol, didn't have much of a chance in round number 2. Here we go into round 3 with the investment from Gen.G. AKs and armor across the board, exception being Automatic, who's got himself a scout. And so there's a bit of util here for Gen.G, but if EG can continue that momentum that they've already picked up in those first couple of rounds, which it looks like they might be able to, courtesy of that shot from Cirque, Gen.G is going to be in for a rough time here on Dust 2.
Trying to zoom across, get that pick with the scout, and Cirque just puts you in your place. You get out-zoomed by the zoomer himself.
With the zoom banger.
With the zoom banger. The big green.
So where does Gen.G turn from here? It's a 4-on-5.
I like their approach, to be honest. If you down a man on Dust 2, mid to B is not too bad of a shout, to be honest. If you cut the map in half, you win one of those aim duels, can try to create yourself a 4-on-1 and control the rotations.
It's a nicely timed incendiary, to be honest, from Ethan, and it looks like the nade might be pretty good as well. Som does run over Cirque in the B bomb site, and Stanislaw also falls. Look at where Bentet is. Ethan helped him out with that kill, and Bentet gets a double. It's actually looking like a good round here for Gen.G, but Breezy still alive in the 1-on-3, has grabbed the kill onto Bentet already, and has time to contest this one on B. AK upgrade here for him as well, Mac. So, a chance for EG to put another nail in the coffin. It's very early on in the piece, but that would be what this would be if Breezy does clutch this out.
And so I'm in a very solid position here at Heat and should just be taking contact. Dap's able to peek on the contact, but there you go. So Som just does it all himself. Nice timing on the peek, just clearing doors, and that's going to be Gen.G on the board nice and early.
Did only survive with those 2 players. So money going to be a little bit on the shaky side for Gen.G. As for EG though, they will be buying up here. It's just the Scout glass cannon on Cirque. It's really quite a scuffed buy if you look at it. Only 2 primary rifles, very limited utility, so their firepower is going to have to bail them out of this rough situation.
Yeah, the Scout battle through the mid doors. Automatic and Cirque going head to head. It's already 1 to Cirque, 0 to Automatic, so see if Automatic can bite back a little bit in this round. Solo on the B bomb site, though, is Stanislaw, and he does not have anything to delay Gen.G here. A team that's looking like they're actually going to be setting up for a B contact play. They'll just walk on in, but maybe a chance here for Stanislaw, particularly if they line up dancing around the box nicely and gets the help from Ethan. A bink onto Som as well, and Stanislaw holding strong on the site. The CTs are doing a good job. Even with this, as you say, scuffed by, it's a 2-on-4 now, and Gen.G, their hopes starting to fade in the round.
Stand here, solid position. Eyes on the prize. It's going to be Automatic, who can't slide the shot with the Scout. And it's looking a little bit rough coming in from the tunnels. You got Tarek on the flank, and that's going to be another one. EG making that round look easy as we head into round 5.
And that's the issue with winning a buy with only 2 guns up for Gen.G. Can't afford to buy up in the round after losing against that pretty scuffed buy from EG. So they're very well and truly on the back foot at this point here on Dust 2. Gonna have to take that save. That will allow EG's economy to start to build up a little bit, should they have a pretty solid anti-eco here. And not only that, they'll also potentially be up 4-1. So leading in the scoreline, leading in terms of the economy, you're cruising along at that point. If you're the boys over on EG. Did you hear that, Jordan? What was that?
What was that noise? I apologise.
Must have been the pipes.
I apologise to everyone who is listening. That was Mac sucking down some orange juice.
OJ.
It is
to
quite
start
early in the
your
morning.
day. It's a good way to start it.
So we'll just hopefully use our cough button next time so that it doesn't go through to the broadcast.
I didn't expect the slurp. Look, I'm sorry. I do apologise. Anyway, look, Gen.G going to be slurping their way up short here as well. Cirque just waiting for the timing. But there's no utility. It's just going to have to be brute force.
Well, speaking of utility, there's a fair bit actually on the CT side at least. And so that's going to keep Gen.G at bay for now. Already a kill over on the B bomb site. That was Stanislaw, who's now dropped himself a smoke. No pressure at all on B. You see Ethan starting to come across to the mid area of the map, and it's a good solid hold. Tarek gets himself 3, perhaps even a 4th here as he just taps away with the AK. And EG continue their solid work so far on Dust 2.
What's that thing you do when you launch the plates into the sky and try and shoot them? That's essentially
skeet shooting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's essentially what Tarek is doing.
Play pigeons.
Yep.
Doing a bit of skeet shooting.
They
from
don't look
Car
like
there
pigeons.
with the AK.
They're actually discs.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, I have.
I have noticed that once or
Pretty
twice.
crazy, honestly.
That is crazy, Mac. That is absolutely insane in the membrane. See if Gen.G are going to be able to get their way out of long here. Double nade in towards the heart. Doesn't really connect on anything, luckily for Gen.G. And now they're going to take this long control.
Oh, are they going to take this long control?
Well, they're going to try. Now let's see how they go. Stan with the counter utility, allowing Breezy to continue fighting here. But over towards blue is where we're going to see them standing. Bentet trying to make his way out now, and he certainly does. Now, the rotation back to mid. And Ethan, last line of defense at B. You got Tarek gazing in this direction over from the A ramp. Solid crossfire going to be, well, broken up by the smoke. And let's see if Gen.G can capitalize from a 4v4 situation.
Well, they've been good at getting into these B bomb sites, even at a numbers disadvantage. When they've gone mid to B, it's been successful now twice in this map. EG, though, they have the opportunity for a retake, 4-on-4, as you mentioned. A lot of areas of the map, though, to clear out. First, they have to get through mid. Then, by the time they get to the site, they're going to have to clear out upper tunnels, all of the areas on the bomb site itself as well. So this is actually going to take EG quite a long time, and it's going to go right down to the wire if they do make this retake happen. Automatic drops early. Tarek gets another one, but can't double down. Bentet, though, will fall, and it's going to be Breezy and Kusta into the one-on-one, going head-to-head. Luckily, Breezy's got a defuse kit and a good shot, but he doesn't have the time, and so it'll be a round for Gen.G.
That was a great mid-round from Gen.G, to be honest. They try to force their way out long and realize there's a lot of players over there. So after losing that initial pick, you did see Bentet just got straight out of there. They rotated back towards mid. There was still 3 players on that A side of the map from EG. And Gen.G just went straight mid to B. Even with a very, very solid mid-round call from Gen.G, though, it still does come down to a one-on-one where Breezy wins the duel. So even with the perfect mid-round, it's like you're barely scraping it across the line as Gen.G, which is not a great sign. Again, Cirque, once again, punishing a player who's trying to get a bit cheeky with the scout. At least Gen.G do have this long control for the time being, but they've lost a man on the way in.
This is a very fast approach up long, though, and no eyes on this direction. Dap tries to slide a shot on the head, but cops a huge amount of damage there through the smoke. It's going to be Breezy just looking to defend up short.
Yeah, Breezy looking really sharp today. 7-1 so far. Gen.G, though, will get the bomb plant down, and now they can try to play out this numerical disadvantage in the post-plant. Matic tries to get aggressive around the smoke, but again, Breezy just so prepared for it. Puts it down to the 2-on-4 now. Stanislaw and Tarek will be good for 2. And that's the end of GG's round. Evil Genius has grabbed themselves a 5th. I mean, it's kind of feeling pretty one-sided at the moment. Gen.G's got a couple of rounds on the board, but there's always the response from EG. We're never at a point where EG's looking like they're going to get economically reset. They're always the ones that are in control of this half. And Gen.G just aren't doing enough to put that pressure onto EG, despite the fact that they've found themselves a couple of rounds.
Very quiet at his place, isn't it?
What's Breeze doing in the kitchen? He's playing in the kitchen.
I have seen a few people playing in the kitchen.
What's the idea behind that? Maybe we can ask him.
Or maybe there's just no space in his bedroom. Pilly, did you ever think of that?
Get hungry, quick snack, no worries.
Mac, I live in a tiny 2-bedroom apartment. It's literally a shoebox that I have to pay absolute premium cash for, and I still fit my desk in there, mate.
Yeah, but how many monitors do you have? How many computers
monitors.
do you have?
How much of a gamer are you?
Yeah, that's
because
the
you're definitely not nearly as much of a gamer as Breezy is right now.
Or Cirque.
Well, Cirque, he's also a bit of a gamer.
He's jumping around.
Just against the Deagles, gets the 3K with the AWP, and that's a very quick 6-2.
I would agree with you. That is a quick 6-2, Jordan. And I would say that EG, after getting that quick 6-2, have also got themselves a pretty strong economy.
All I'm saying is, do you know how easy it would be to walk to the fridge and grab yourself a Mountain Dew game fuel if you were gaming in the kitchen?
Easy
You're
breezy.
cutting down your walk time. You can see the pop. You can see the Q pop from the kitchen. It's perfect.
Cirque's just twisted his ankle and got a bit upset about it, so he's given Ethan a bit of a left-hand jab to the head.
They're thinking, look, Gen.G, they might need a bit of a handicap here.
Yeah, potentially so. Long control taken from Gen.G, but Tarek just pushes up mid. Catches Solm, who was flashing his teammates out of long. He was trying to be a good friend. trying to help out the boys, and he gets punished for it.
And that's going to be the bomb found as well. Tarek in the perfect position to deal with a push from bedroom, but just worried about a lurker coming from upper dark. Daps, however, very focused on trying to work the opposing side of the map. Tarek only good for one. Pulls it back as
How is he
Kusta
alive?
can't trade. Exactly the question it needs to be asked. And look, they know automatics out long as well. They seem to be aware of this position.
Tarek, the 1 HP wonder. How's he alive? Well, because he's still got some HP to his name, and he might even grab a fourth. 14 and 3, fellas. 14 frags in the 9 rounds we've had so far, and only 3 deaths for Tarek. He's on a tear, and so is the rest of EG.
Turok never gives up. That's it.
The second spray here was a bit nasty.
A good old crab walk. Hope for the best. He's pretty excited about that.
You know what? If we're looking at everyone's backdrops, what it does strike me there quite nicely as Cirque picks up the initial frag in this round is that Tarek's got a nice blue screen for us. So, you know, if there's anyone that's so inclined, they could probably cut out that image of him and, you know,
How's he got there?
Put something behind him.
Kusta the sneaky bugger.
With those glasses on, I'd probably chuck him in like a bank or something, maybe like an office.
Yeah.
He's looking pretty professional, pretty slick today.
Maybe he looked a bit like Superman's alter ego. I can't even remember what Superman's name is.
Clark Kent.
Clark Kent. Looks a bit like Clark Kent. You reckon?
It's playing a bit like Clark Kent, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just flying into the opponent's spawn where they buy guns.
And there's no kryptonite around at the moment.
I don't know if they've necessarily invented that over in Gen.G town at the moment.
No.
I don't know if anyone in NA's got the kryptonite to EG. At least for the time being.
Tactical timeout for Gen.G. And I'd say it's probably about time for that. They're down 8 and 2 on their own map choice. Automatic, yet to find a frag. Daps only has the 1. And the rest of the scoreboard's not looking too crash hot for them either. So something special needs to happen here for Gen.G if they're going to turn their fortunes around. And look, granted, the situation going into today's game for Gen.G, I'm sure, is not ideal. It's not exactly where they'd want to be halfway through the season of ESL Pro League, but they kind of got to make something happen here if they want to have any sort of inroads in the season. And whether that's going to be with Daps or without Daps, who knows? It's got to happen on Dust 2. It's their map choice. And EG, probably one of the most difficult opponents that they're going to be facing. But so far, it's not the game that Gen.G would have liked to have put on the board.
Catwalk set up here for EG this time around. You can see a little triangle of players stand and the 2 boys on short, looking for a crossfire when the aggression and the control tries to be extended in towards Catwalk from Gen.G.
Let's see how the timing goes.
Gen.G, I think, are very, very aware that this is a Catwalk setup at the moment. Haven't heard anything towards long.
And they're just waiting to go in. Som, I think he's about to flash the boys in, but Kusta's going to take contact dry and manages to slide a headshot through Cirque. Unable to connect that time, but they will fall back, drop the smoke, and try to buy some extra time at the minute mark.
I like this, though, from Tarek. Just getting a little bit cheeky, a bit aggressive. He's backing himself. The flash comes through, and that's great. Cirque helping him out. It's Tarek only 1 for 1. So at the end of the day, not too bad for Gen.G.
Yeah, progression smoke now coming out for them. They put themselves in a pretty good position. You can see one player is out long for Gen.G, but he's being quickly flanked.
Yeah, Ethan coming around the back through T-Spawn. Bentet, though, does get the better of Cirque, and it's really going to be onto Ethan to make the impact now. That said, Bentet's watching. He jumps at the wrong time, but still wins the duel. Stanislaw, can he be the hero for Evil Geniuses in this one? Well, Daps certainly not too eager to see that happen. 8-3, Gen.G have got themselves the round off the back of the tactical pause, and maybe this is where their fortunes can turn.
Potentially so. Took a little tack pause and just said fire up. And Kusta doing a pretty good job in that round, finds the entry and then is traded nicely to create a massive opening there in short. And with that opening, Bentet also steps into the fold and closes the round out. So nicely done for Gen.G, but it's not enough to put EG in the bin just yet. They've still got a very strong economy, so it's going to be a little bit of a work in progress for Gen.G.
All right, flash off at mid. Stan going to be blinded for the moment and won't re-aggress. That's going to be some short control now for Gen.G. And the question is, what do they do with it? Do they go for the A split again? Cirque re-aggressing at mid, but might be able to find the timing on the Som, and he does. Nice shot coming out to give themselves a man advantage. Now EG able just to play retake from here.
Yeah, Breezy's just keeping an eye on short for the moment, seeing whether or not anyone's going to pop their way up there, but he's mollied out of his position. Still a big hole in the smoke, though, for Gen.G. Now the flashes, the counter utility coming in from EG, as well as the rotate from Tarek, who's found himself a double kill. Automatics down to 1 HP off the back of a grenade. And all's well that seems to end well for EG. They might lose a round here or there, but the response is always very good from them. And this is going to be no change to that fact. 4 players alive at the end of the round as Breezy also gets himself 2 kills in this one. 9-3, and EG continue their very strong march in the first map.
Well, Gen.G going to try to put together a bit more of a scuffed buy here. Drop coming out. I think someone's going to... Is someone going to have to go out without a primary rifle? Oh, it doesn't look like it. You actually have enough to be able to buy all of those. Only a Galil is the sacrifice there for Kusta. Not the worst thing in the world, so just pushes into lower dark. Why not? At this point.
Looks like Som's aware, dropping that flash through, and Cirque is going to just hightail his way out of there.
Yep, not interested, which is fair enough. Well, Gen.G have got a fair bit of util in this round, so I'm quite interested to see what they're going to do with that. So far, a better start to the round for Gen.G as well, in that they haven't lost a pick to Cirque through those mid doors just yet. And they know exactly where he is.
Yeah, good flashes from Gen.G. Just pushing him off the angle. They're going to secure that catwalk control with a bit of supportive utility.
What's wrong?
There's the catwalk for Gen.G. Very limited utility now for EG. Tarek sitting in Goose at the moment with that flash ready.
Gonna have your CT smoke lined up. Tarek.
He's 20-6 in 12 rounds, by the way.
He's going pretty bananas at the moment. And Som might have made a bit of noise on that drop. I'd say EG are pretty aware of that. The flashes are coming through. Tarek looks like he wants to be sent through the smoke, feeling ever confident. And he's going to not quite win that aim duel against Som. But Breezy will be problematic in mid. Catches the better of Som. Back to the 3-on-2. Bomb plant's going down for Gen.G here. But no real reason not to go for this for EG at the moment. They have so much cash.
Well, they don't have util to get back in, and the demand disadvantageous situation is just not going to work. Unless Gen.G really drops the ball. That's what EG have to hope in. But look, automatic eyes on the prize into upper dark. You've got Cirque as well, just trying to find a pick through the doors. Dap's not going to be spotted yet. There it is. Automatic hits your shot. So does Daps, and that's going to be another round of the board for Gen.G as they send it to 4. Now, there's a chance here that this could be a 9-6 affair, and Gen.G might have a solid chance in the second half, but for now, let's see.
I mean, 9-6 would be great news for Gen.G, to be honest. It would absolutely salvage their half. And we've been talking quite a bit of doom and gloom about Gen.G, but look, if they can get to 6, then I think they can be pretty happy with that on the T side against EG. I'm not sure that I'm seeing it at the moment, Mac. The consistency has been there for EG in that every time that they've lost a round to Gen.G, they've always been able to bounce back with a round win of their own. And they've got a great buy coming here. That said, like you say, if Gen.G is able to pick this one up, EG is going to be reset. And a pretty good start. Breezy already going down. Automatic has crossed across to the blue bin and stopped there to crossfire from bedroom doors. Starting to come together here for Gen.G.
Molly isolates the fight on the player at blue. That's going to be automatic, and he's spotted, smoked through. Let's see if he can get to safety. No, Kusta over towards mid, actually dealing with Ethan nicely. And that's the B side of the map completely open, but Gen.G still forcing their hand to long for the moment. Automatic takes the win against Stanislaw, and it's Tarek in a 1v4, and he's going to crab walk his way through the smoke to another pick, aware that the flank could be coming through, and it's a matter of timing here. Automatic's head's going to be seen.
Well, Tarek's going to have a bit of time dealing with automatic right now, and that's going to be not even the distraction required for Gen.G to get the bomb down, because it is what ends up winning the round for them. EG, money's kind of cooked now. Ethan's got a bit, Tarek's got a bit. They'll get a couple of guns through in this round, but it's definitely not going to be a good solid full buy like what they've had for the rest of this half. So Mac, you said 9 to 6 is possible, and now it's very much a likelihood that that actually can be the case for Gen.G, which I do think actually really salvages their half. I've been a little bit worried for them so far in this first half, and it is, of course, their map pick, so you'd want to be seeing them probably get a little bit more than 6. But hey, at least 6 is something to play with when it looked like EG might get up to 10 or 11. Good couple of frags come through from Daps and Song. They were a little bit sleepy, Gen.G, at the start of this half, but now, in the final 5 rounds, I'd say, they've looked really good.
You know, they've had the realization, hey, look, we're getting rounds. We can actually do this. We can make it happen. Stan, though, pushes up just as the smoke fades, and that's going to be another easy one for Som. So 9 to 6, certainly looking like it should be the scoreline here. Both CT players just grouping up over towards to the B site as Gen.G split into A. And from here, it should just be, you know, take these fights, try to trade together. And it's Kusta straight onto Cirque. Now, Breezy, what have you got for us? 1v5. It's a long way to go.
Well, scout time. Oh, yeah, there's a chance. Doesn't quite connect onto the head now. Bentet's going to challenge. And he had his opportunities, that's for sure. But it's not easy with the scout, is it? And it's still not going to be easy for Gen.G, even despite the fact that they get back to 6. But at the very least, it's something to play from in the second half.
Towards greatness. Been alone in the dark, isolated, and my dreaming isn't real, we're separated. I never know it's coming my way, yeah. Cold out of stone, stay out of my lane, yeah. Leave me alone. This is my moment. Finally found what lights up my fire. Keep the energy high as they coming to go. I believe in myself and I'm taking it home. I'm stepping it up to another level. Time moving faster than ever before. They don't really know about honesty, but they don't really grow. Honestly, I cannot be stopped constantly. Consciously is a part of me. All that I know is coming my way. Yeah, cold out of stone. Stay out of my lane. Yeah, leave me alone. This is my moment. Finally found what lights up my fire.
EG looking like their usual selves and having a fairly dominating performance against Gen.G, at least for the majority of the first half. But Gen.G were able to claw their way back into a few rounds towards the end of things. And it does give them something to play with. The one caveat I will say, though, here, Pilski, is that EG has now moved on to the T side of Dust 2. And I think life gets a bit more difficult for Gen.G as a result of that. So 6, it's probably not enough, let's be real here, but at least you can say that they didn't get run over on the map.
Well, EG, they are just as strong on the T side as their CT side, whereas Gen.G's CT side's a bit stronger than their T side, Jordan. So let's see how this does go in the second half.
Yeah, EG, they do have that long control now. They've secured that. They've left old mate Breeze in towards B tunnels. Push up middle in response from Gen.G. This looks like a pistol round that I've seen before, boys. A little bit earlier in this game.
Well, let's see if Breezy can maybe have an impact on the flank. Speaking of, Bentet's coming in through doors as well, but Ethan's looking in this direction. He's got a flash to work with. He has no armor, though, so all with a P250, though, Bentet could go down in one shot.
Well, that's a nice open plant for that bomb, which will make life easier in the long run for EG. For now, Gen.G are still starting to float their way in toward the A bomb site. Breezy comes up short behind Daps, makes a lot of noise, but Daps doesn't hear him, and now the rest coming through from CT are running into a crossfire. It's Cirque and Breezy that do the lion's share of the work for Evil Geniuses. Ethan upholds his end of the bargain by locking down long, and EG, they get the 10-6 scoreline, the pistol in the second half, and they're off to the races again.
Well, what do you know? That came plummeting down as soon as Breezy got that kill on the flank. There's no short control. 3 up the guts from CT, and Bentet a little laid out long as well, so not really drawing the attention, hoping he could maybe come out and be a bit of a surprise at the end of the round. But because those 3 players at CT died, it was just all she wrote. And oh, Cirque with another great way to start round 2 of the half.
Cirque's been really, really solid for Evil Geniuses, hasn't he? He's just continuing to put in work today, getting those opening frags. I don't know what his opening duel percentage is, but I want to say it's something pretty crazy. I'll have a quick look here. And 6-0, there you go. So if your AWPer is getting a 6-0 opening duel percentage out of 16 rounds...
Well, that'll be 7 too.
Oh yeah, 7 even. It's probably not even updated, so you're right. That's nearly half of the rounds in the entire map that you've started with, with an opening kill for your team. You're playing 4v5 for 7 out of the 16 rounds. It's just unreal. Just courtesy of Cirque, by the way, not to mention the fact that Tarek's 1-0, Breezy, Stanislaw, and Ethan are all going even as well. So I don't even know how many opening duels has Gen.G won, like 4? 4 out of 12, so that's not too crash hot. 4 out of 12? 4 out of 17, I should say. Don't know where the 12 came from.
And if you have a look at the flash assist there as well, Jordan, I think 2 of the kills that Gen.G's managed to get are flash assist, and was that like 10? Coming out for EG as well? 11 maybe? That's
12.
Ridiculous. 12 now, yeah. So it looks like EG's util game is just slightly more important, and that's from their CT side mostly as well. So let's see if that continues going forward, but Gen.G for now, they've gone for the 4-man stack, the quick boost up short, and EG in some solid positions to deal with it. Molly towards mid doors, head's going to be spotted by Tarek here from lowers, and they're just hoping that someone comes in. Nice bink.
Look at this! Oh, that first grenade missed. I thought there was going to be so much more damage. I was really getting excited for the big Kobe, the 5-man Kobe. Well, it would have been a 4-man because Daps was in mid, but...
That was pretty funny. You saw Gen.G up in catwalk, like trying to posture, trying to be aggressive, trying to be a bit alpha with that 4-man USP stack, and you just see the Molotovs thrown behind the USP as like, you're trapped in here with us, not the other way around. Yep. Yeah, they cleaned it up pretty nicely. Only 1 casualty there for EG.
As has been the case on a lot of their anti-ecos so far. They haven't really lost too many guns to those, and it's a sign of a good solid team. 12-6. This will be the first buy round for Gen.G in the half. Well, does come for automatic, but he's glass cannon and lacking a little bit of util there. Still, it looks quite good for Gen.G here, so it's going to have to be a pretty good start to the half for them. They need to win this gun round. Otherwise, chances are they won't have much time to spend on the CT side.
Well, they've called the right setup. It was a 4-man play towards long, at least from the get-go, but now the rotation back to mid booster.
Oh, Bentet going to flash himself back in, and it's in a good position as well. Him and Som just trying to hold this crossfire. Bentet only good for 1 before he's traded through. They know that Som's in the pit as well. Tarak goes down, and it's now Som in a very solid position. He's supported by Automatic coming in as well.
That's something that EG is going to have to adapt to. Ethan will try and lurk his way through the smoke. And actually almost got one before Daps took him down. Either way, it won't matter too much. Gen.G are keeping themselves fairly healthy here with 4 players alive. And Stanislaw's the last remaining for EG. He'll try and work his way into that B bomb site. There is a defender there, and it's Kusta, who barely takes any damage until the Molotov does land. Gen.G will get their first gun round here in the CT side. So off to a good start, a better start. I don't know that it's good just yet, though. They probably need a bit more.
Yeah, well, at least they kept up a fair amount of guns, which builds their economy quite substantially. As for EG, they're just going to buy straight into this next round, and they even have more cash in the bank following that. So they're still looking pretty good here. Once again, contesting long for both teams.
Kuster again going to be spotted, making his way into pit. Bentet again off the back of the flash, tries to find something, but Cirque escapes. And EG, looks like the plans have changed, but Cirque just wants to stay and fight. Goes for the pot shot through the smoke. And Gen.G maintain control of long.
Push from Kuster. I thought he was going to go deep into bedroom there, but opts to fall back a little. Shows a little respect. EG, interesting that they invest a fair amount of resources into trying to take long and then choose to vacate it. Now switching their attention towards Catwalk. Smoke on towards Xbox. They walk up into position. After taking this Catwalk, I'm keen to see, do they opt for mid to B? Do they choose to try to go back towards long and pinch that A site? You can see the bomb still back towards that backside of long, so it seems like they want to try to take that long control and potentially pinch A.
Yeah, that's going to be the contact out long here as well. Breezy at the helm. Well, Cirque actually has some flashes, but let's see how it goes. Now 40 seconds, smoke goes down. Bentet, he's got some solid timing here, and he's just waiting, playing on the edge of blue, seeing if someone maybe makes their way through the smoke.
Well, he'll spot Breezy.
Playing anti-flash behind that blue bin. It's a pretty cool position, but he's out on an island here up against 3 EG players until Automatic comes in.
Automatic also doesn't have a flash, so he's got to take that duel himself. Bentet doesn't get the help really that he needs, the ability to peek off the back of a flash or something like that, and EG end up rolling over long.
Now the rotation, it's pretty one-dimensional through CT here, Mac. Not sure they're going to get anything done.
Oh, well, gifted one, but it's going to be a 2-for-1 trade, and it's up to Daps in a 1v3. That bomb is going to be planted just in the nick of time. EG, maybe a little too thorough, but they still got that bomb secured anyway. And let's see what Daps can do as he makes his way up short.
Well, it's going to be an all-or-nothing play if he does go for it, because well, he's either going to win a 1-on-3 or he's definitely dead. So he ends up deciding better of it. It's the high-risk kind of a play that doesn't want to go for just yet. It's not essentially required. 13-7, though, will be the scoreline for EG, and we're kind of getting to that point where now if Gen.G are finding themselves in a 1-on-3 sort of a fight, they might actually need to start committing to that because they're running out of rounds, and EG are going about this pretty well.
I think it was pretty rough for Bentet that he was unable to get a trade, but again, it just goes to show that, there you go, EG just very aware of these positions. Gen.G, mostly one-dimensional for where they're playing at the moment, and they're just using so much utility early on in the round that they really run out of it towards the end. So, EG, same could be said, though. They invested so much towards long in the previous and then ended up just going out dry.
Buy up here for Gen.G, but should they lose this round, they'll be forced on eco with EG on that 14-7 scoreline, which is, you know, threatening match point for EG. This is kind of the breaking point for Gen.G. They need to actually start making something happen now on this CT side. Bentet secured that long control. We do have Automatic posted up there towards Catwalk. At least he's got that AWP, but with the utility that they have left at their disposal, with the kind of lackluster buy they're working with, I feel like somebody might need to make something happen at the moment. Otherwise, EG, they're just being too solid on the trades, too solid when they execute their game plan. Now, starting to move towards Bentet. He's got no support. He's only got an MP9. He's basically going to have to go absolutely mammoth style.
Let's see if it's just going to be a contact. Again, there's plenty of util for EG to utilize here, but it's Automatic falling off. And that's going to be a freebie onto Ethan and Breezy. That's the bomb now. Automatic coming in. Is he able to get the trade? He knows that Cirque's on the short side, but Just too standoffish this time. Worried about short. There it is. Nice shot comes through. Cirque going to miss his 2, and it's just a matter of jiggling here. Tarek down on site as Automatic spots the shadow edging forward. There's going to be the fade out. Cirque can't hit his again. And there it is, 8 on the board. Gen.G salvage 1 just when they need it.
I love watching AWPers just sort of air strafe at each other when they miss a shot, and they're just like bouncing around all over the place.
No, you shoot first. Let me shoot you.
Anyway, goes to Gen.G this time. Great work from Bentet, just completely unchecked in the end by Ethan, and able to double down. That's nice with the MP9 as well. Bit of extra cash in the back pocket. It's not going to bail Gen.G out of hot water just yet, but maybe they're kind of like that frog, right? You know, if you put a frog into boiling water, it just dies. But if you put a frog into room temperature water and then heat it up slowly, it's fine. Maybe they're that frog and they're in that hot water, but it's not hurting them too much.
What do you do in your spare time?
I don't know. It's just facts, man. General knowledge.
All right, that's weird.
Speaking of pineapples, your shirt, did you know you can burn your tongue off if you eat too much pineapple?
Do you know what happens if you eat a lot of pineapple?
I can think of a few things.
Oh, okay. Do you want to tell me any?
Not this one.
Yeah, it does some weird stuff with your tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Bentet here, just close to the smoke. Just waiting for this aggression, and he deals with it. Okay, that's a 1-for-1. And it's back to the 3-on-3 we go. Kusta needs to deny this push up short. There's the first, and now that's some solid control coming in. Som with that orb gets another onto Cirque. This is looking good for Gen.G again. And Ethan, 26 HP, make it 0 as Kusta holds the A site well.
Well, they've got it within 4.
Yeah.
I think Gen.G is kind of quietly plugging away.
No,
you know?
yeah, Gen.G is playing a pretty solid game here. Like, you've got to give him credit. Even on the T side, like, with not a fantastic performance from anybody, they're kind of plugging away. They're doing a pretty decent job. I think EG is far and away kind of out-fragging them, really, individually, across the board in the server. But you're just seeing the power of that DAP system, man, and that solid play that Gen.G does bring. Even if they're not playing 100%, they can still get these rounds on the board.
It's a big spray. Oh my god, Kusta, he's just wrecked him. You know, we're just on the pistols, but even still.
Well, there's the
Where is he
confidence kills.
Where is he wrecked him?
Where is he wrecked him?
I think we all know where the rectum is.
On that B bomb site. That's exactly where, Jordan. That's a very, very solid anti-eco, you have to say. 10th round on the board for Gen.G. They build up a lot of cash. Now they're going to be a little bit harder to put away. And EG don't really have a great buy here, no. AWP, limited utility on some of the players. They're going to try and get that long control.
This is what we want to see, though, from Gen.G. A bit of fight in them. And here we go again. EG, they've just gone straight through the smoke and straight into Bentet, who is now really starting to cause problems for EG.
Boost up. You do see the full rotation come out for Gen.G. Hard committing to defending this bomb. Has been dropped outside of the long doors.
Well, that's it, playing the objective. Lots of util brought in, and they're able to at least rotate one more smoke and a molly in this position. Stand over the top, just waiting for something else, but no one's giving it to him just yet. Daps, not going to be spotted. And it's again, just a battle through the doors.
Oh!
The blind one, Cirque. He's going to have a blinder down to 16, it seems, and now 2v5, it's looking unlikely for EG again. So Tarek, he's going to go on a bit of an adventure up short, which is going to be covered by Som. And it's a matter of time. Cirque can't really get too much done here from bedroom.
Nice. Keeping all those guns up for Gen.G. They're going to be quite hard to put away here for EG, who will probably have to take a save following this round.
All right, Mitch.
All right, hang on.
Look,
No,
Mitch,
don't do it to him.
I've asked it every day.
Don't do
I
it,
need to
Matt.
continue. So, how many rounds did Gen.G need before you start to believe?
I'm already starting to believe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's actually the first time you've said that.
You're always against it. But
Normally
this
you're
time
not a believer, but
you've
now...
actually lent
Yeah.
into the bit.
Yeah, it's like Smash Mouth.
Like, a lot of the times you ask me at a really dumb point in the game where it's like, yeah, it's still like on a nice edge, Mac, but actually, like, we're 13-11 here, but just look at the money. Gen.G just have, like, really, really good money at the moment.
What do you think of Bentet's new haircut?
I think it's a lack of a haircut.
I actually kind of rate it, though. It looks good.
I think it's better than Pilly's.
Yep. For sure. Not hard, though. Pistol's only here for EG.
Pilly's crying. I'm so sorry. I love your haircut. It was like that time where you expected us to know you had a haircut when you had a beanie on.
Yeah?
And you got angry at us for not mentioning it. Do you remember that?
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, right. Well, anyway, EG on some upgraded pistols, just trying to get some damage done to Gen.G's economy. But for now, Gen.G dealing with it nicely. Tarek already out of the persuasion. And Som's heard that jump across as well, flashed off. EG looking to commit to the short push now.
Yeah, trying to utilize the 4 grenades that they have. Couple smokes, couple flashes. Hit a nice shot on automatic and get him out of the equation. Could be a recipe for, well, a bomb plant. Maybe not success, but maybe a bomb plant.
Here comes the flash through, though. It's not going to catch automatic. He's playing safe from that and pops his own flash up in the air, which will help Kusta out. A double kill already from him. Now it's automatic's chance, which he doesn't really do too much with. Still, good hold from Gen.G, and they keep 4 guns alive again. Money's fantastic on the CT side at the moment. Double digits for almost everyone. And, well, this is getting a bit too close for comfort now for EG.
They have definitely been letting their foot off the gas pedal in a couple of these games. Remember that Vertigo game against Cloud9. Not sure if they're necessarily letting their foot off the gas pedal per se. Definitely hasn't been as strong of a fragging performance across the board in these last couple of rounds from EG as the start of the game.
Yeah.
But you have to give credit to Gen.G. They're playing a very solid CT side here.
Yeah, they certainly are. This would be Evil Genius's first map loss here in ESL Pro League as well, if they do drop it. I don't know if we're at that point just yet to talk about it, but they've done such a great job of clawing their way back. I almost want to see Gen.G win this map. They'll really set that series on fire. Kind of thought this would be a 2-0 walkover for EG today, but it's been anything but so far.
Very tight map. That catwalk control has been established there by EG. You see the utility pressure in from Ethan towards B, trying to keep those rotations in position, which they have done nicely. Now the progression smokes up towards catwalk, that one way over the top of the boxes towards CT. EG trying to extend their control and emphasis up towards this ace site, but you already see Kusta in position at Goose with the counter flash ready.
Kusta and automatic, they've swapped positions. The flash does come through. Kusta, he catches Tarek and Breeze. He tries to walk into the site, but he'll be met with a bullet from automatics. Or 4 on 3. Bomb plant finally does go down for EG. Feels like such a long time since they've had a good post plant, and this might be the one for them, particularly with Stanislaw finding that frag and now controlling short.
One way thrown out there for Ethan to use at the right timing here.
Speaking of automatic, finds the timing on to Cirque now. Stan still able to hold short, but automatic hitting everything. The line's there for Ethan though. Back to the one-on-one. He's already found 3. Can he quad it up? Can he get it done? Automatic can't get it this time. EG send it 2-14 in a solid post plant and a big performance coming out from Ethan.
They just didn't know where he was. Yeah, they lined up for him.
Look at the money on EG though. It's absolutely cooked. Whereas Gen.G have really strong cash. Massive clutch from Ethan. No doubt that should have been around for Gen.G every day of the week. However, even if it is around for EG, their economy takes a big hit after losing that one. Seeing they have to go down to Galil's. AWP for Cirque is better than they potentially had access to before, but 3 Galils, somewhat limited utility on 2 of their players. It's not really the ideal for EG up against this full buy from Gen.G. Nicely timed nade up to Ethan. Thought he was going to take a little bit more damage from that.
Did not put enough hurt on the ball that time.
Catwalk control being established here for EG. The push into Long Hut here from Bentet. He's fully secured that one, so they're feeling very, very safe from this long position. You got Som on the line towards B as well. Thinking about going for a push into Upper Dark after that catwalk control has been established. That's exactly what they do. Gen.G has the entire map except for catwalk control.
Yeah. We're about to find out if round 26 is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. EG, they've gotten one, but they need many more. Good entry from Breezy, but he can't find a second, and Kusta holds strong. Does a bit of damage to Stanislaw before falling. Molly comes in to try and deny the bomb plant, which it will successfully do, but Bentet dies in the meanwhile, and we're back to a 3-on-2. So, Gen.G once again required to make a retake happen on the A bomb site, and this time they're at a numbers deficit.
Prog smoke coming out from Daps now. Som, nice line found. Breezy a bit too slow on the trigger. Stan over the smoke's going to be spotted. Som doing God's work now. Cirque, he's in that 1-on-2. Finds the isolated fight, but Daps is the one to connect on the head. And there it is, Gen.G by themselves. One more round. 2 alive as well, and plenty of money in the tank to make this map happen.
It's not over just yet, is it, Gen.G? They really did just falter. One little stumble, and it maybe wasn't quite at the final hurdle, but EG, they're really struggling to find rounds at the moment, and quite heavily relying actually on individuals to step up in the rounds that they are winning.
Well, they have to some extent. Like, you look at the money again on EG, they've got a couple of players sitting around like 3.8k, one on 4.6. They've got to go down to those 3 Galils again, no AWP. At least the utility's there this time around for EG. But you're kind of a little bit more pigeonholed into some of those more aggressive plays when you've got limited utility, and again they're going to go for one of them into this big site.
Som, maybe a bit too late, maybe not. 1-for-1, perhaps not what was required from him. The rotation comes in from Kusta, but it's too little too late. Breezy, a double kill, unstoppable on the entry into the B bomb site, and this is just another instance for Gen.G where they're teetering on the precipice of the map loss. It's a 3-on-4 for the retake now. Again, a numbers disadvantage. At the very least, silver lining, they have a lot of util to work with here, but this is not going to be an easy retake for them to make work.
They've tried to fake the save by running down the ramp, but it hasn't baited out any aggression. EG so disciplined. I don't know if they even heard it from these positions, and now it's going to be a Molly to car, which doesn't hit a thing.
Surely no
Cirque, he's just maybe going to go down, at least spotted, but there's just no time to get this retake over the line, and there it is. It's a 1-on-1. Automatic looking to make this a dangerously expensive round. And again, look, EG, yes, they get onto map point now, but look at the money. Again, it's in the bin.
Yeah, but the same can be said for Gen.G to some extent is the problem. I think Bentet, as well as one of the other players, had like around 3k in the bank account, so this might actually just be the breaking point here for Gen.G.
Yeah, it was Bentet and Kusa that were pretty low on the cash.
I mean, they've been using that double AWP setup pretty much the entire half. At least they're going to still get it, but limited utility on Som and automatic. Daps has got no util. Kusta's got no util after dropping that smoke. It's very, very hard to play without util on this CT side.
Oi, Kusta, that's your teammate. Bentet doesn't need a couple of bullets here or there. The handicap is no longer required. Gen.G are putting in a good name for themselves, but a double kill in pit. Oh, it's from the wrong team, though. EG. They just could not get anything done. Somehow Gen.G have held on to long. Bentet's got another.
All right, 2 apiece for the long boys, and now it's going to be Breezy, last alive. He's bringing this back in a 1v4, but automatic puts a stop to it. And there it is, 30 rounds of regulation going all the way. Gen.G now fighting for overtime.
Look at that money, Jordan, on EG. They're all sitting 2.5 to 3k. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Gen.G are pretty cooked in terms of the money as well. EG have basically just got to get this done with pistol armor util.
How has it gotten to this point?
Here's the attack timeout for EG.
15-14.
Well, Breezy so close to breaking the dirty 30 here. Kusta getting on as well. Everyone doing some heavy lifting there for EG. Gen.G, the same could be said. But look, Stan and Daps both having a bit of a rough one. Considering what we saw Stan do the other day on Vertigo, you might have expected him to have a better game here today.
Kusta's having a pretty good game for himself.
Yeah.
Almost dropping the 30 against EG is no small task.
Well, is this going to be the final round? Doesn't look like it if you just compare the buys, if you had to put money on it, but stranger things happen.
It's up to what EG can get done. They know that they've had this pistol utility buy. Let's see what Zeus and Stanislaw have put their heads together to come up with.
I think they'll be relying pretty heavily on Breezy. He doesn't have a whole lot of that util, so they'll probably be trying to enable him with that Galil to make the entries happen.
Yeah, I'd say EG, it looks like they're sort of setting up for a mid to B. The question is whether they take that catwalk control before they go mid to B. And as for Gen.G, it seems like they're quite set up for that mid to B. So here's the catwalk control being taken by EG. They're going to run the clock down a little bit more, keep Gen.G guessing, and you're seeing the rotation over from Som towards that CT spawn side. Automatic looking for a pick towards middle before this play gets started. Now the mid to B smoke. What a shot from Stanislaw to open things up here.
Oh, that's bad news for Gen.G. Surely not at the final hurdle. They can't drop here. EG with just the pistols and a Galil, but now they've got themselves an AWP. Daps a long spray down. Can't hold it on to get rid of Tarek by car, and it's all falling apart for Gen.G. A 3-on-2. They need to retake the bomb site, but the plant's not down yet. Kusta, the man of the hour for Gen.G, 27 and 22, is going to need to 30 bomb to get this to OT for Gen.G.
The pistols of all things, and now it looks like this could be the closer. Ethan spots Kusta just dancing around the bricks at window. Stan can't connect this time, edging forward. There's the first. Now needs to get his way back in. 20 seconds remain to get to site. Kusta just needs to thread it past Stan, but it's going to be Stan back on the Deagle to close it. 16-14, the Pistols get EG over the line, and there's a breath of relief as we are heading into the break. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go too far. We'll be discussing this one in a minute. See you then.
Yeah.
Pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. It's just I never thought you were sitting next to me. I don't understand. It's just I never seen you smile. You wanna make out, give me a second.
1-0 the scoreline here for EG. They get the win over Gen.G, but it was not an easy feat at all. 16-14 was the scoreline. And look, to be honest, EG, it was a struggle in the end, which was surprising given what we saw in the first half. 9-6, pretty good stuff from EG. Then they win the pistol, get the 4 rounds very quickly on in the second half, and we thought that they were going to get over the line quite easily, but it did take all the way to round 30 and a bit of a step up from quite a few of their players to get the win over Gen.G there. And Mac, you were so impressed by Stanislaus' flex right there that you were just doing some push-ups in that break. So you want to let everyone know how many push-ups you were able to do?
I just wanted to do this and be like, oh, as we came back, but now you just let them know that I did a little bit of...
Oh, you got the pump, and that's why you wanted to...
I was doing the pump, and you just ruined the whole bit.
Sorry, bro.
Well, I'm not going to accept that because, look, now my bit's done.
All right, well, I guess if you can't accept that, then you might as well just leave.
All right.
And do a few more push-ups.
I should. I was actually doing the, you know how you like you turn your hands around and you do the other push-ups which are harder on your tries? Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, look, I think it's going to be quite hard to accept most things at this moment for you, Mac. Is, you know, you look at Stanislaus, he makes more money than you, he's more jacked than you, he's better at Counter-Strike than you.
Has a better shirt than you.
Like, what do you even do at this point, man?
If he grew a mustache, his would probably be better as well.
You reckon?
He's basically just a better version of you, Mac.
Pro CS players, they got it all going on.
What they do.
You really
and that's
can't.
why I'm here talking about him.
Yeah.
Because they're my idols. We're just big fans at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to. And I just want to look like Stan. That's what I'm here for. Yeah. I stand for Stan.
Yeah, I'm sure we all do stand for Stan at the moment. And EG going to be quite happy to stand for Stan as well because they've picked up that first map victory. Pilski, you want to talk us through a little bit what you saw here in these replays? I mean, it was a pretty solid victory in the end, but it took a long time to get there.
I would not really characterize that as a solid victory at all for EG, to be honest. Maybe the first, like, 10 rounds of the game, they were absolutely dominating, but they shouldn't have won that game, to be honest. That should have been Gen.G taking that way every day of the week.
You could see at the end on the player cams, all of them were just like, like they were not excited at all that they won. They were just like, God damn, we only just barely won. We got to tighten the ship up before we go into the next map.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think they barely got across the line there with that pistol buy, so we'll see what's going to happen in that next map.
Yeah, I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Pilski, I don't know if you've got something prepared for us here or not.
Yeah.
Are you ready to go for
I'm
it?
ready,
ready to show us?
Oh, what you got?
I'm ready to go. I just wanted to show.
The shirt.
Oh, that looks pretty good. What you?
I wanted to show some pretty solid T-side stuff from the boys over on Gen.G. You do see this is one of their T-side gun rounds, and they've run their default. They've got that catwalk control, and look at how much utility they have across the board over here on the right side of the screen in comparison to EG over there. They've got tons more util, and they're going to use that util really nicely to be able to potentially get themselves this round here. So they're just going to keep all the rotations in position. You see they're playing information denial with this utility. Daps keeps those players towards B over there. Then you see this A execute come in from the boys on on Gen.G, and you see the CT drop from Som, and they're actually going to split mid to B. And I just want to look at the overview really quickly. You see where EG are at the moment. They're all stuck on this side of the map. A massive rotation behind these two smokes here. And you see all of Gen.G with 30 seconds to go are going to go into that B site against two EG players with no utility to their name, and they're going to secure that round. So solid T-side calling from Daps, and that's one of the reasons why Gen.G should have got across the line in this game, both on the T side, but also with a really solid CT side where they did most of their work.
Oh, I see.
Yes. It all makes sense now.
You guys are such trolls, honestly.
Yes, it makes sense.
Let me just write that down. Can I have a pen?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So count the utility. When you know there's no utility on one side of the map, go that way.
Yeah, sounds good.
A little bit more to it than that, but yeah.
I tell you what, for those of you... Whoa, there goes my pen. Mac, come on. All right, I tell you what, you guys at home, I'll give you a little bit of time to write down those strats as well. We're going to head to a quick break. Map 2 is going to be coming up after this, and EG now looking for the 2-0.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Snix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
The stage is set. From your home to the arena. We proudly support the living room champions like we do the champions of the world. Providing you with the best tools in your pursuit to be a star. Euronics, official electronics retailer of ESL Pro League.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Your favorites will play soon. You hope for the win. Excited about the game. But something has changed. You start to doubt. Will they pull it off? Or will they drift away? You pull yourself together because you're sure they're revved up to win. You know they've prepared. They've picked the right course. And even when there's no chances, you believe they will win. Gen.G Bet. Be excited.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Gaming Malta, Euronics, Mountain Dew Game Fuel, CS Money, MSI, Gen.G Bet, and America's Navy.
Map number 2 heading up here for EG, and it's on to Inferno that we go. Gen.G so very close to getting over the line on Dust 2, and that does feel like it could be a bit of a straw that breaks the camel's back for them today. To get so close but yet remain so far must be a bit of a punishing feeling, Pilsky. Moving on to Inferno, what's your take on this matchup? EG, is it going to be a 2-0 today as we expected, or does Gen.G have the ability to continue that form into this second map and continue to pressure them?
I think they do have the form to continue to pressure them. Not sure if that's going to necessarily be the way it actually does end up breaking down. The thing is, like EG, they've showed sort of two levels of form here in NA Pro League. You saw it against Cloud9 as well. They play really, really nicely. They play really assertive and dominant, get in there and be aggressive, and you see the individuals have multi-frag potential, and they absolutely smack their opponents out of the server. That was the first 10 rounds of Dust 2. But then sometimes they let their foot off the gas pedal. I remember that CT side of Vertigo against Cloud9, for example. Another good example of it there against Gen.G on the T side of Dust 2. So that's the question for me. What kind of EG is going to show up? Is it the dominant EG, or is it just sort of the average, like, decent EG?
Well, I think you're about to find out, Mitchell. It's game time.
Yeah, it's a very good question as well. Is it going to be the dominant EG? And can Gen.G continue their form from Dust 2? Here we go, on to Inferno. And we'll see whether or not today it'll be a 2-0, or if EG is going to inevitably lose their first map in ESL Pro League this season.
So what do we got in the pistol? Looks like Gen.G on the CT side here are going to be going for the 3-2 split. So nothing special, nothing crazy. And EG just grouping up here towards second mid.
You don't have to be special to be good still, Mac, though. That's my message to you, my friend. As EG, they are going to group up for this Carpets bust. You can see Ethan's got that Moto Smoke ready, as well as the chimney flashes.
Oh, here they go. Automatic, as of yet, just remains undetected. Sits down in Graveyard. The headshots do come across, though, for EG. Stanislaw, he was posted on the line, waiting for someone to peek their head up. It's a game of whack-a-mole at that point, Pilski. You see head, you click head, and that's the way the round crumbles away from Gen.G.
Really, it doesn't usually work out that well for me, but good to see it's simple and easy for absolute gods such as yourself, Jordan.
You got to hit the DMs, brother.
Brother?
Yeah, slide into my DMs.
In with the brother again, are we, Mac?
Yeah, mate. Always. Now let's see how Gen.G get the damage done, because it looks like the round's certainly not getting over the line. Binked away. Kusta just trying to run for his life now. EG coming in like a fireball. All five just grouping up, heading into CT. Kusta, can he get some extra damage done? Looks like he will get to the safety of the tree. Breezy actually takes down Stan for whatever reason.
Toxic, inner turmoil in EG. They've turned on each other. Jordan, what do you have to say on this matter?
Unlucky.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Thanks. Force buy for Gen.G, actually. Haven't seen too many second round force buys so far. Actually, in both of the pistol to round 2s on Dust 2, there was no investment in the second round. But this time for Gen.G,
but
gone
it's
for
Inferno, Jordan.
Yeah.
Inferno's the one where you do it.
Well, tell me why.
Oh, I love that. He's dropped his Mag 7 and thrown out the decoy, so it makes little USP sound, so they don't know he's got a Mag 7. And he's going to jump.
Yes!
Got them out of the server. That is big brain from Som.
Get your poggers.
Absolutely galaxy brain.
That's huge.
That's a big kill too in terms of the money you get.
Stanislaw starts to creep his way forward. He'll also have to deal with the Mag 7. And oh, Som! He's put a few bullets into Stanislaw's head. Kusta with the MP9, not able to hang on to a whole lot. So I wonder if there is still a world where EG can kind of work their way into this round, courtesy of Breezy and Tarek. They have the superior long-range fighting ability with those rifles. And Breezy with the AK, headshot here or there. Maybe the round still falls apart for Gen.G.
Do so. But with that bomber T-spawn, I don't know if it's necessarily going to. Bentet probably sweating bullets in the pit right now. I think Tarek's about to probably clean him up out of that position, but you do have Mr. Automatic in towards that boiler room.
Ooh, hang on a second. Just the one more CT to find. That's Automatic, but Breezy does drop Tarek. He's got the kill, but he doesn't possess control of the bomb, and I don't think he's even got time if he were to book it. If there was no CTs even left to defend it, I'm not sure he would have made it back to the bomb site in time. Either way, that'll be the end of the round.
I just wanted to look at this from Som, okay? So for anyone that doesn't know, as you do see the save come out from Mr. Tarek, when you drop your gun, your decoy replicates the sound of whatever your primary weapon is. So he drops the Mag 7 on the ground, you can see it there, and he's going to throw his decoy when he only has a USP in his kit, so that it makes the sound of a USP, sort of sowing the seed of doubts of what gun he's using or whether they have actually brought up in that second round. And then he's able to actually jump shot with that Mag 7 and get the kill, rather than throwing the decoy and making it seem like, you know, he has a Mag 7. At this level of play, how much difference does that make? Debatable, but at the same time, it's a nice little detail there that if you didn't know, it's pretty cool.
Mind games.
I look forward to employing such a strategy in my matchmaking games. Hopefully one day I will get out of gold as well.
Gold?
Yeah, Nova. What have I said that's so funny?
You're just a league player at heart, and it shows.
You are. You're actually such a league player. It's ridiculous. Could also be a Blizzard player, but, you know.
Not a Blizzard player.
Yeah.
Anyway, EG looking to brute force their way in towards the B site. Crossfire established with some decent utility to fend off the push, but EG have some util of their own. 2 mollies to flood the site, which are about to be thrown. Let's see what Daps can do to send him away.
Oh, it's a nicely timed incendiary from Daps. Is going to cause a bit of a problem for EG. Ethan decides to go straight on in, and Som, he's looking good. 2 kills already, helped out by that flash of automatic, but Tarek's able to trade 1. Still, it's not going to be enough for EG. That's a very solid hold on the B bomb site. Automatic and Som can be very pleased with themselves after that.
Total shutdown. Dude, Gen.G is looking so good today. Hello? And not in the way of, like, a team that's, you know, gimmicky, that's just, like, not really trying very hard to win, just sort of, like, pugging it because they know that Daps is on his way out of the team. They're actually playing some solid CS right now. Maybe even more solid CS than when they were actually, like, a proper roster in the first couple games of Pro League. Yeah, look, in Summit and things like that, they definitely have shown that they're quite a decent team here in NA.
Bentet. He's just going with the no-holds-barred approach. Unfortunately, goes for the quick switch there and couldn't react to Cirque coming up from pit as well. Now, Cirque managed to get his mitts on that MP9, but he's not going to be able to use it. Automatic tap and heads. Looking sharp with that AK as Tarek falls as well. And that's going to be another clean one. Gen.G off to a much better start than what we saw in Dust 2.
Well, EG going to buy up now. It's okay in terms of the util. Maybe lacking a couple of flashes here or there, but can't really complain too much. Breeze is -1.
Yeah, he's been on -1 for a while. Mr. -1.
I think I started today on -1 as well. Pretty relatable. Utility in towards that banana side for Gen.G gives them control of that position. Double setup in towards Carps here though from Gen.G.
Ooh, nice peek coming up from Tarek. Just a little wall bang. Bentet gets away scathed, but still, it's a solid defense. 4 men here on the A site. Daps denying the wrap from Ethan, so no quick approach. Cirque able to get the trade as Daps pulled out some utility, and another just hunting those heads. And that's going to be, no commitment to the A site. Actually, it's around the world. Som not going to be able to stop that either, so that's going to be the B site completely for free after EG progressively make their way up banana here. And look, they don't even have the utility, but they don't need it.
Cirque has just taken that round into his own hands. He was assisted on the first kill with a bit of damage coming through prior to that point, I think, by Ethan, but then he just wanders into jungle, into Arch, and gets himself a triple kill. That's the round over. Like, what can you do? Looked like a good start for Gen.G. They found the initial pick, but EG just going to show that you can't count them out of this one just yet. Yeah, they've started off Inferno pretty slow.
They don't have great money here, EG. I don't think they can necessarily afford to throw these guns away at this point. They are sort of setting up a net around the pit area here. Seems like they're quite aware that Gen.G's towards this A site. They're actually going to try and hunt.
Alright. G can get done here.
That is not good. Go look at the money on GG. They've got no money. They can't afford to lose guns.
I can't see it. It's not there. It's non-existent right now.
Yeah, that was just definitely not ideal. You're looking at the money on EG now, like 3.8, 4.5. Like, they don't have you can't afford to play a T side on Inferno with no utility. But they're going to have to because they hunted with 4 players. It's ridiculous. I just wanted to show, by the way, look at the power of a shoulder peek in this game, right? You see the double carp setup just really quickly from the boys over on Gen.G. And Tarek gets away with that shoulder peek, pushes them both off the line and gets a lot of damage done there without taking any losses. At a lower level, you'd see, you know, maybe someone throw a flash, maybe wide peek, lose his life, something like that. But an effective shoulder peek is so good in CSGO. Like, you just can't even overstate how strong that is if you do it right. And EG now, look, they're trying to navigate their way through a pretty difficult round for themselves. A couple of Galils, a Mac 10, very limited utility, and that is all off the back of them forcing that hunt in the 4-on-2 and losing all of those guns. And now you see the buy-through from Gen.G. They could reset EG's money here and put themselves very solidly on the front foot. The window's open, but can they actually step in and try to actually take advantage of that opportunity? Daps says yes.
So far, so good for Gen.G on that CT side. Automatic. Actually holding on a little bit too long with that shot. Doesn't get anything through the smoke, but it doesn't seem to matter too much for Gen.G. They're fragging well until Breezy and Cirque arrive, and now bomb plant can go down. Automatic's pushed away from the bomb site. 44 seconds left on the clock, and now that disadvantage in terms of weaponry doesn't really feel like it's as impactful for EG as it was earlier on in the round. They've got a Galil, 2 AKs, definitely serviceable, and Gen.G on the retake haven't got really much to play with apart from this one flash from Daps.
Ooh, bomb planted in sight though, Breezy up in apps. Let's see if this has an impact now. Automatic going to be trying to make his way up dig with Daps. They're just trying to hunt for something here. They know that the economy is in question as well, so the call could be saved at any time, but the flash goes in. Som goes in with it as well, just trying to find a line. Breezy over the top, and it's looking good. EG bring it back to 3-on-3.
Bailed out by some very, very solid play in towards the mid to late round there. So EG, they put themselves in a shocking situation and, you know, get themselves out of it the way that they've probably got themselves out of a lot of other shocking situations through their own fault or otherwise. They reset Gen.G's money, at least for this single round. And they will potentially take the scoreline lead here, lads.
Gen.G going for the 5-man stack on A this round. He's going for the hard gamble for EG. Uncontested up banana. Let's see if they send someone in as tribute towards the B site. It seems like this is just going to be the way that it goes. Tarek hanging around like a bad smell at mid, waiting for some aggression. But it looks like EG will find this B site and another round pretty damn uncontested.
Anecdotally, I met Tarek once at IE in Sydney and he smelled quite alright, Mac, so I'm not sure why you've called him a bad smell. It's really not very nice.
He's dead now, so he probably doesn't smell too good.
Sure. Bit of a nothing round, really. Sometimes happens on Inferno.
If anything, look, Gen.G, they get away with an extra AK, which is going to be nice for them moving forward. EG should be happy just keeping the 4 alive, just grouping up towards Banana. And in these positions, they shouldn't fall to the bomb. However, Cirque has now taken a decent amount of damage, and he's worried, so he's tried to throw the AWP across to Breezy. Now, Breezy's just standing there holding the line. Cirque goes back for it. It's a bit of a kerfuffle. But Breezy expecting Bentet coming around the corner. And he is right to do so. So holding his position, not going to be caught off guard. Cirque survives as well. Far enough away from the bomb to not fall. And there you have it. EG in the lead, 4-3.
Gen.G are going to get the buyback through again, though. And this time, Pilski, you'll be happy to see that they do have a fair chunk of util. Kusa's still deciding what he wants. Goes for the HE nade inevitably. Love a good HE nade.
Oh, tell us more about it, Jordan. Tell us about how much you love it. You remember?
You throw it and it goes boom.
Yeah.
And then the enemy, they hurt.
They hurt. Solid analysis there from star play-by-play caster Jordan Mays.
That's right.
Oh, what?
Alrighty.
Cirque mode activated.
Disgusting. Hello? There's a shoulder peek out from Tarek. Once again, just spamming away. That was so fantastic for them up against the carpet setup. That's something you just don't see in some of the lower levels. You know, you see people attempt it, you see people do it okay, but not a solid job of it. Bentet just gets cleared by Cirque. Cirque is just too switched on, man. You can't catch this fella off guard.
He's doing so much work for EG at the moment. On the AWPs, on the rifles, whatever you're given, he's going to make it look damn good. Now, Kusta going to be the last line of defense over towards the B site, just a flash and 32 HP to work with here. You don't see it happening. But let's see what he can do. Big performance over on Dust too.
There's will have to be something special from Kusta. And actually, Ethan makes his life pretty easy. There was a chance to get that kill onto Stanislaw, but now that he's been mollied out of position, life gets tough.
Okay.
He's still got the kill onto Tarek.
All right.
Well, 2-on-2. Kusta's done well to bring it back to a winnable position for Gen.G, but that's a little bit of an awkward one from Daps. We'll forget we saw that. And, okay, well, look, you can't beat Cirque this round, apparently.
He's just dominated them.
He's on for the ace as well.
I'm sure we'll see a replay of it, so I'm not going to bother with Cirque's POV, but I just wanted to show, this is what Kusta sees when he gets tagged for 70 there. That's it, like literally that half a second, he's just not even around the wall. He just drops the smoke here, he's running away. Oh, I've lost 70 of my HP. Yeah, cool. I thought I was going to play Counter-Strike today, actually, but I guess not. I guess I'm just, you know...
Well, you get to play. You just get to play with 30 HP. It's fine.
Yeah, and you got an AWP. Like, who cares?
Yeah,
who cares, man?
What are you whinging about, dude?
This is the shot I was talking about, by the way, the one that we just saw. Oh, no, we missed it. That's a bit sad. I could probably go back and find that, maybe. He's not too impressed with that. He's just like, yeah, whatever. It's an average
All
round.
in a day's work for Cirque. Now, into the 9th we go. Let's see if EG can send it over to 6 and double the rounds of Gen.G, or if Gen.G can get it done on the pistol straight down mid. Som. Let's see if EG are going to be ready for it. They certainly seem to be. 3 men looking in this direction, and it's going to be a bit of a disjointed approach. Cirque finding 2 already, and that's going to be the mid push dealt with already.
It's a circus at the moment, fellas. 14-4. And he is not having any problems against Gen.G on Inferno at the moment. And on the T side as well, Pilski.
Yeah. Nice. I mean, you would expect it out of EG. A good T-side team.
Hey, that's another one.
They've picked Inferno. He's 15-4, Jordan.
Yeah, 8 rounds.
How much ADR? After how many rounds?
Let's have a look. 127 ADR. Up to 146 now.
You've just done the classic thing of like, oh, it's 55.99. It's 127.9. Why don't you just round it up? Why are you one of those people? Would you go and buy something for that's $7.99 and say it's $7?
No.
Yeah, well then why are you doing it to the ADR then? Huh?
Why are you so worried about it?
I'm just telling you.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Can you two quit your yapping?
It's actually...
I'm trying to watch a game!
Mac, I get paid to yap, all right?
You're right. Look, we all do.
Wait, you guys get paid?
I told you not to bring it up on the desk, not with him here.
Didn't you get a free dinner tonight? That's pretty good.
I did, yeah.
It's a shame about your banana bread not turning up, though.
Yeah, I got a coffee. It was a very nice coffee. You know what? I might have some right now. Take it away, Mac.
You're going to have some coffee?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Right here, have a look. You want some?
No. That's weird, but, you know, enjoy it. Thanks. Anyway, into round 10 we go. EG, plenty of money in the bank, taking minimal casualties over the last couple of rounds. Gen.G back on the guns as well. Automatic with the AWP back in hand, and we saw what he did before. Solo on the B side. Let's see if we can do it again, but maybe a bit earlier. Gen.G, are they going to change up the approach this time, trying to look for a bit of banana control? Molly's going to be thrown, and Ethan's going to be stuck right in the middle. That should be a freebie, but the smoke goes out just in time. Dodges the nade, so he'll be thanking his lucky stars for that one.
He's trying to sit between the two mollies there, not have to invest his smoke. Ooh, bit of a miss-thrown molly there from Daps, unfortunately. When does the re-aggression come in? It seems like Kusta trying to spot out the timing.
This is a good setup for Gen.G at the moment. 3 towards B. Breezy gets one through the flash, but, I mean, yeah, that's a good kill. Still, Gen.G have the numbers there to deal with the push. They get control of sandbags, but at what cost?
Well, at the cost of 2 of their players, almost 3. That doesn't mean that EG cannot turn this one around. Little boost there to try to pick someone on the top of coffins. Anything you can do to get circuit angle onto a player is probably something you should be doing at this point. The man's hitting everything. EG creeping into this B site now.
Daps is in a good spot. Kusa there to help him out as well, taking that first contact. You've got to imagine this will go well for Gen.G. Maybe it would have fallen apart had Cirque found that kill. Now they know that there's 2 players on the site, though, and Cirque still holding on to a molly, which will force Daps out of position. Hang on. EG are making this one happen, but with only 25 seconds left on the bomb, they will get that smoke into CT, which will mean they can get the plant down. Great stuff from EG.
The molly that Daps failed earlier, Tariq throws in the post plant. Now the double reposition in towards Ruin's side. Gen.G just send it straight through main with the boost.
Bentet able to clear the line. Nice shot from Automatic, just wrapping back in. But now they're going to go shoulder to shoulder and try to make the trade happen. Tariq, 31 HP, and another nasty one from Automatic. They had the full read, and that's going to be 4 on the board. Gen.G with the successful retake. And look, that hold, that setup on the B site, doing just enough to keep Gen.G in it as EG fall in the post plant.
Yeah, nice. But it was expensive for Gen.G. That's the problem. Only 2 players surviving at the end of things there. Whereas EG, they got plenty of cash in the bank to keep rolling through the rest of this T-side half. So Gen.G, it's pretty much make or break for them. They lose this next round coming up, their money's going to be broken. And every time that they win a round that's sort of close, the money for them going to be a little bit more on the cooked side.
Still a very backwards and forwards half so far, and that's more than we expected from Gen.G. So credit where it's due. They're putting in a game here against EG. Doing a good job of it, despite the extenuating circumstances.
Okay, through the molly they go. That's so much damage taken by EG, and all they get for it is bracket control.
Yeah, it's not worth it, is it? Well, it might be, but hard to imagine that it will be. Daps is still hanging on to a nade, but he's over on the B site, so it's unlikely to have too much of an impact on this round unless EG rotates off.
Smoke now faded. Bentet might find some action in a second, but Breezy waiting for the rest of the boys to come up mid. And there it is, Cirque. He boosted up, threads the needle straight to Pierce. Bentet falling. Kusta has a huge job to do, but he's going to be tagged by the molly. Ethan, not the molly, rather the smoke. The impact, just too much.
Yeah.
That's going to be the round. Just going to be the save out for Gen.G. There's only one way to describe this kind of a play. And that would be cooked. Be cooked.
Yeah, like charcoal chicken.
Or like Pilly. Pretty
cooked.
cooked.
To put the health bars on, so that is a little bit cooked. But you can see all the boys over there tanking a lot of damage on the left-hand side.
Hey, Jordan.
Yeah, mate.
I think it's that time of the day.
What's
Can I get a time check?
You can get a time check, Mac. It's 6:33 a.m. in the morning.
Did you forget your clock today?
No, it's right here.
No, the big clock, though. The digital clock.
What are you talking about?
I carry my big clock with me everywhere, Mac. I don't know what you're talking about.
Where is it? You're not showing it to me.
It's in my pocket.
Oh.
I don't take it out in public.
But you brought it every other day. So, I don't know.
What is Caster talking about?
I don't know. It's 6:30 a.m. That's what I wanted to get with this. Then I was just confused as to where the big iPad was. Just not here today. Jordan left it at home.
Yep.
Yeah, 6:30. Time for a bit of Counter-Strike. Now into round 12 again. Gen.G going to be buying up, but the money, it is in question. Som is deleted from the server by the double nade on the corner.
This is where EG can actually sort of tip things over the line a little bit, break the Gen.G economy and start to really push ahead, look for some double digits maybe. Stuck behind the smoke for now though. Bomb's going to rotate into Banana. Here's the flash, and this will be the go signal for EG. Straight into the B bomb site. And already a bit more of a retake setup for anything else, but Daps has gotten one through the smoke. There was a hole in it that he worked with, and so Breezy cops the headshot. Back to 4-on-4, and EG as of yet not able to plant the bomb because, well, Cirque is still in Banana watching for that. They're giving time for Tariq on this rotate, but that's not going to happen either. Bentet's too sharp.
Automatic clears the corner nicely, and he's not going to be caught off guard. So it's all up to Bentet to hold on the A site, but Kusta, he is rotating in very quickly indeed, gets his way to Library, but does he have the read? Yes, there it is, Stan falling. Now it's up to Cirque, the man's been putting in big work, but unfortunately this time cannot. And 4 alive at the end of this round is so crucial for Gen.G heading towards the end of the half.
How's that happened?
Every time they're on the breaking point, Jordan, they do it. They stay alive. Very cool.
Just like in Star Wars. Do it.
Do it.
Don't know if it's the same context, really.
What do you mean? You just said they do it.
Hello there.
That wasn't that
was
good. That was a bit off. That was a bit more effeminate than it actually sounds, I think.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Dude, it's 6:30 AM. Can't even hear myself properly.
Oh, nice opener there from Automatic. That's the kind of confidence that Cirque is working with at the moment. He was 16 at 6. You can't blame the man, but
yeah,
he's essentially just handed the first pick to Gen.G.
Mm.
And they've got that banana control. How did EG turn around a 4-on-5 now?
Well, Gen.G was able to do it last round. A little bit more bracket control being attempted here for EG. Breezy keeping an eye on things. Not going to commit to it though. It's a nice round for Gen.G so far. I mean, look at what EG's got control of. Nothing really. And there's only a minute left in the game, so this is going to take them quite a while to get into one of those bomb sites.
Yeah, all they've really done is push Gen.G off of that bracket, so limiting their info over towards that A side of the map. Now EG going to make a fair bit of noise coming up this B side of the map. Rotation coming in from Kusta towards CT spawn, just minding that jungle rat for the time being, but wants a bit of a quicker rotation. Daps ready with that counter flash, ready with that Molotov as well for when the push comes in. So last 35. EG, they've only got the 2 smokes, and they throw both of them, so they actually can't put that Molotov out that Daps has got ready.
You're going to have to go through it, but they've already shown the tenacity to dive through a Molotov here or there, and off we go. Breezy leading the charge. Stanislaw jumps up, won't take damage from the molly, but he'll take a lot from Daps. Tarek and Ethan, though, in with the trades again. It's a 2-player setup for EG on the post plan on the B bomb site, but they still are able to get the bomb plants down. And it's just a case of holding on to this retake.
Bentet has that Molotov that he can use to be able to flush the player out of position at new box.
If he can get into the appropriate position, though, there it is. And Tarek going to be forced into the open, legged and deleted. Now it's up to Ethan. 1v3 to get it. Finds the first, but doesn't expect the second man so close. Great spacing from Gen.G coming in for the retake. And again, 2 alive. The money a bit all over the shop, but EG, the same can be said about theirs. So Gen.G should have a better buy going into round 14.
Gen.G just won that round with utility, really. And now you're looking at the money on EG. It's a little bit cooked on a couple of their players.
Gen.G also gets the double AWP out of it.
You like the double AWP, Jordan? On Inferno?
Yes.
Really? I think it's terrible.
You think it's awful, but I think it's pretty good. I think it's awesome.
You really took advantage of that opportunity, didn't you?
I did.
It was a little bit awkward, but you got it done.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from you, Pilski.
I don't want to hear him at all. Can we just get him muted for the rest of the game? Thanks. Just bring him back for those Skybox segments, because they're pretty pog, but other than that... Oh, he's gone. He's out of here. They've done it. Woo! Thank you, production. He's not happy, and I'm loving it. All right, up dig. The bomb goes, and it's down as well. Tarek manages to get his mitts on the AWP here, but there's too many men to find, and he's not going to shoot the clay pigeon this time. There it is. 7 on the board for Gen.G, who might actually have an 8-7 half and lead EG into the second.
I'd love to break that round down, but I know that my microphone is still muted.
No,
so
it's back. It's back now.
It's obviously still muted. You're just trolling me, Matt.
No,
How
it's
can I
back.
believe you at this point?
How do you expect people to hear you? Why are you talking if you think it's muted?
It's just something that I do, you know? I'm trying to still put the hard yards in, still trying to do my job despite exterior circumstances.
Constant bullying from production, your fellow commentators, your colleagues.
Yeah.
Maybe you should take it up with HR.
Maybe I should. I mean, go to Fair Work with a workplace bullying claim. You know, I'm thinking about it, Jordan. I'll think about it.
Do it. See if I care.
I mean, I don't know why you would, to be honest. EG haven't really got any map control. See if they can do a little bullying in some of these key parts of the map themselves. Just Som over here playing anti-flash towards top of Banana. Retake flash comes in, and he doesn't actually re-peek off the back of it, instead choosing to fall back. But EG still picking up the pace here.
Oh, he
into this
didn't
big
actually
site.
get the molly down in time either, so has to throw it late now. 50 seconds, rotations coming through, but EG also coming inside. He's trying to tank the molly, waiting for that flash, and he can't get anything done. Kuster at least manages to find one through the smoke before getting over to Coffins, coming in through Con, and Daps as well. All right, the spam's working out, the smoke bangs are there. Now, it's a man advantage. Gen.G so good at retaking from this situation.
Yeah, 4-on-3, and EG don't have any counter util to hold Gen.G out of this side at the moment. There's the flash coming through. Bentel will peek off the back of it. He's got two! And Breezy's the last alive now for EG, and he's not going to be enough. Automatic gets the shot, but had he not, Daps was around to the side, and that will be 8 at the end of the half for Gen.G. They go through to the second with a round advantage and leave EG reeling a little bit on their own map choice.
Hope you learned your lesson, girl. I cannot teach anymore. Hope you show some faith in me. Save your team, be a hero. Take home the cup, be a star. They waiting for you, take aim, shoot your arrow. It's your time to shine, show them who you are. Stronger, gotta go faster, gotta get better, gotta work harder. It's fight or flight now, getting it up now. Go with the move, go for the goal, lead up the stadium, you know how it's done. Stand up, go on, it takes to fight back, don't stop until you back out. Give on, come show him how to make a miracle. Stand up, go on, it takes to fight back, don't stop until you back out. Give on, come show him how to make a miracle. Stand up, you've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out. Stand up, you've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out. Give on, come show him how to make a miracle. Stand up, you've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you back out. Give on, come show him how to make a miracle. She doesn't have the time, always talks about all the other guys. Will I ever understand?
Welcome back into the second half. It's 8-7 the scoreline. We're pog jumping right on in there, and I've got a question for you, Mac. I
said do it with cat jamming.
No, cat jam's lame.
What?
I don't want to hear it. What I do want to hear from you is 2 emotes. We're gonna do a Twitch chat poll here. Who's winning? So what emote do the people have to use for Gen.G?
Cat Jam
Okay,
for Gen.G.
Cat Jam for Gen.G, and if EG's gonna win, what's the emote there?
Pog.
Pog. All right, so we want a Pog for an Evil Geniuses win or a Cat Jam for Gen.G win. Let us know what you think, because this one's kind of hanging in the balance, and even though we are paid to tell you our opinions, I feel like we don't really know what's going to happen here.
Oh, the nade. HE grenade onto Bentet and Kusta, and a second one into Logs. They're on the little totem pole stack, and unfortunately the totem pole is kind of crumbling apart a little bit. It's taking a lot of damage.
Still holding up. Still holding up.
Yeah, for now. Automatics also got the flashbangs sitting there, so nice little setup from Gen.G on that pistol, waiting for the aggression towards Banana. But it doesn't end up eventuating. So now they've taken that Banana control. They've taken Bracket as well. Really, the world is their oyster, Gen.G. So they throw those smokes into the B site. Try to keep those players over there, maybe cause a rotation, and in the meanwhile, they walk up Bracket.
Oh, that's a 1-for-1 trade at the moment. EG, maybe not too disappointed by that, but if Breezy, what? He's turned around and got Daps as well. That's unbelievable.
Absolute turret there on the A site. And now EG have an even better chance at taking the round. Man advantage on the retake. Smoke as well as a kit in place. So now just edging forward, looking to go all from the Archer's position. Just coming in at Modo. Automatic not going to be spotting this one. And he will swing on the contact. It's going to be Stan to trade it. Automatic just trying to deny the cross to sight stand. He's got the smoke, he's got the kit, and he doesn't have too much else to deal with because Tarek's going to be doing all of that and more. 8 on the board. EG take the second pistol.
Got to say, I've been looking at this little poll that we've been running, and it seems like the Pogs have it. Who was the Pogs? Mac, who was the Pogs? I can't remember.
Pogs was EG.
Okay.
Cat Jams were Gen.G.
All right.
I really like this defensive setup, by the way, on the pistol there from Gen.G. They've got the little totem pole in towards Banana, holding the contact. And then over here towards T-Stairs, you've got Automatic. He's holding the flash out. As soon as that contact comes in, he's going to chuck the flash over the roof there. It's going to pop over the top here, up here, and these two lads can sort of swing down and fight a little bit. Obviously, the push doesn't come out there for EG, so it doesn't end up eventuating. But, you know, that's a nice little setup you can use in your pistol just to sort of hold that Banana control and try to create a man advantage in towards that early round and decide how things want to go from there. And if nothing ends up happening, you can do exactly what Gen.G did. No contact on Banana, walk up, take that control, and then play the mid-round from there.
Yeah, 4-man setup on the A site for EG. Not going down mid, but it looks like there is going to be a 2-man peek into window. Daps are going to be running for his life. If he goes for the re-peek, he could be in trouble. But EG, give up that apps control, not spotting anything at second, and that's going to be the rotation straight back to B for Tarek.
Nice deep smoke, and the incendiary coming in there as well makes life pretty easy for Ethan when he just runs over Kusta. And now EG control Banana. So Gen.G will have to fight hard to take control of that area of the map back. Plus, they must do the same for the control of brackets. And so EG is set up very, very nicely in this round so far on the CT side. It's going to take Gen.G a long time to get into one of those bomb sites. And they don't really have that much time left to work with. Only a minute left. Only 2 smokes, 1 molly and a flash. So to get into these sites is going to be pretty rough for them.
Ooh, Daps down to 34 now. I think they've heard that as well. Cirque just trying to find the timing. Molly's missed the mark, actually. So Cirque able to continue to dance around at pit. Breezy taking contact at Archers. Nice positions here from Gen.G to swing. And Som's nice and close, Bink for Bink, but Som's got the AK.
Oh, Stanislaus there to help him out, though, and finish things off. That's a good job from EG so far. 4-on-1, and Daps doesn't have too much HP to his name. He's also got a CT behind him, and Tarek will get an easy frag. 8-9. Off we go. Off to the races on the CT side. Starting to build some of that economy up. Gen.G going back to the eco now.
It's money broken for Gen.G. Just going to give EG a little bit of room to build up that cash that they already are. You can see 4 of their players sitting above 2k there. So if they survive with a lot of players into this round, they're going to be up 10-8. They're going to have a strong economy that can recover from a loss or two, which means that it's going to be a little harder for Gen.G to sort of crack their way into this T side. Fight for the half.
straight down mid. Tarek's gone. He's just looking to farm up a storm now. Still bullets getting shot at him from straight through the tunnel, but he's just going forward. Bomb down, as is Ben10. And now this is going to be another round for EG, surely. Kooster, he's managed to get in behind enemy lines. Managed to find a first with the Glock, but not the second. Ethan, full force round the corner. And Som on 20 HP. Look, he might have a dream, but dreams are made to be broken.
This is like the definition of getting too rocked right here.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
Disgusting. Just runs at him and just jumps into mini pit.
He's playing to the weapon, you know. He's playing to the MP9. Solid jumping accuracy on that one.
He doesn't need to play to the weapon, Mac. He is the weapon.
Too rock.
Look, when you put it like that.
Activate.
This is why you need to do coaching, Jordan.
You are the weapon. You are the weapon.
Pick up the game.
Run at them. Kill them. Destroy. I reckon anyone would be motivated after that.
No, I reckon they'd probably just lose a round straight away. They'd probably wide peek into an AWP and get owned.
Oh, Som almost owned himself there. Down to 12 HP, stuck at the logs. And now from here, let's see what Gen.G do. Plenty of util to get over the line, but EG, solid position. Triple dig set up over towards A. Deep passive approach towards B as well. Looks like we might see a boost up, maybe? No, okay, they're just going to leave Ethan solo. As the bust comes out towards bracket for Gen.G, and it's going to be stopped before it even begins.
Still, it's Ethan solo at the B site at the moment. Util's getting thrown in from Gen.G, and Ethan will respond in kind with some smoke of his own. Bit of spam through, and that's going to catch Som, who tries to jump over it, but he can't jump high enough, just like me in high school doing the athletics carnival. Either way, it's going to be EG that have the numbers advantage. Ben10, very careful. He needs to be hiding behind that smoke because there was some spam headed in his direction, but at the end of all of that exchange, it's a 3-on-5 favouring EG. Daps, however, has found himself a double kill, and now we're back to a 3-on-3.
Daps. Solid shot coming through. Back to the 2-on-1 though, and Ben10, the man, needs to go big to clutch it. 20 seconds for EG to get on the bomb to make sure the defuse comes across, but Breezy at the ready with the M4 is going to make that retake look so damn easy. 11 on the board for EG here, not dropping around in the second half so far.
Yeah, loss bonus plus the bomb plants, that's a stack up for Gen.G, allows them to continue buying forward here, but EG still with a very strong economy. Stringing a lot of rounds together, many of them being a little bit more convincing than that previous would have been if Daps doesn't get himself a 3K. Yes, chicken. I agree. When are we getting chicken on the desk?
Chicken.
Oh,
bring back Chicken.
Oh, bring back Som playing like this more often.
Oh yeah, nice entry. Kick things off. Gen.G now with the man advantage. They were very good at capitalizing from these positions in the first half, but now they're on that T side. And EG so good at holding these positions. Cirque going to be left completely solo. A lot of pressure on his shoulders. But Gen.G sending it back up mid again.
Tarek's in a good spot to potentially deal with this. Has put his incendiary down at a good time as well. And that's going to be quite costly for Kooster's HP. Breezy by Graveyard is not going to be required just yet. But he peeks his head up right into a headshot coming through. And that'll be the end of him at least. Evil Geniuses don't end up actually trading down too well at all. But that nade looks great. Big brain play from Kooster lands it right on top of... Well, big brain play from Ethan lands it right on top of Kooster is what I was supposed to say. We're back to the 2-on-2. Now Soak is boosted up.
Oh, automatic just barely not spotted over the top of the Moto Smoke. Ben10 again just going to reposition to where his teammate fell. So EG may just not expect him in this position at all, but he's going to be spotted back to the 1-on-1. And Cirque, he's been so sharp on the AWP, but automatic right on the back of sight. Not going to be spotted initially, but Cirque, he's got an inkling. He's going to clear it, but automatic has the timing, peeking perfectly with the crouch peek. And that's going to be one on the board for the second half. Gen.G not letting EG get away with this too quickly.
What do you think about that, chicken? Okay. Oh, very nice. Yeah. I agree.
What does that sound?
That's the chicken. What do you mean?
Oh.
I had to bring my pet chicken to work today. I can't leave it at home alone.
He gets lonely.
He gets lonely and starts pecking at my shoes and stuff.
Oh, not
Come home, but rolls. It's not good.
Oh, I'll tell you what else is not good. Both of these teams, their money's cooked. So whoever loses this round is going to be not good.
Please don't say cooked around my chicken. It triggers him.
What about roasted?
No. That's his other trigger word.
Fried?
No. Poor chicken. Someone call Peter.
Why? What's Peter got to do with this? He's a good friend of mine.
You guys are trying to kill my chicken and eat him.
Oh, okay.
Well, he hasn't been clucked just yet, as Som has. Now it's going to be a two-man advantage, wrapping in Breezy with another on Daps, and now it's going to be a rough situation, mate, even worse. Solid hold as Automatic tries to escape, tries to find anything, and tries to find a safe passage to maybe save the AWP. But Cirque not going to let him do that, as we do see EG send it to 12 rounds, and that's a 3-round lead established, and let's see if they can maintain.
Well, speaking of the cooked money, Pilski, it's kind of coming to a head now for Gen.G.
Yeah, they've still got that loss bonus, but after reducing that by 1 and not getting that bomb plant, they can't go for a buy here, which means they have to half buy. Som's going to hero AK.
The airstrike just not going to hit the mark this time.
Yeah, look, just Gen.G running around the map looking for some picks. There's a retake flashes in from Gen.G.
Ethan just spotting, making sure no one's there. Trying to get to the top of Banana, but it is just going to be Gen.G. 4 men straight up Banana after that molly fades. And Daps looking just to solo lurk over towards apartments, maybe try to sell a fake, but the retake util again is going to get some info as well as a kill onto Ben Tet. Now Gen.G slow things down. Need to wait for Daps to try and make a move here over towards A, because EG, they've already started to go for that early rotation. They've started to send Stan over. He's got no util to bring, but he does have that MP9 to farm with.
3 players on the B bomb site though for EG, so it's the perfect setup to deal with what Gen.G are running. Cirque also very prepared for this peek to come from Daps and gets that shot across without too many issues. Now Ethan spamming through the smoke in retaliation to that flash. He's got himself a frag as well. It's just looking a little bit too easy for EG. And there you go. Tarek, nice spray down. Gets through to 2. 13-9 the scoreline, and they're one step closer to the 2-0 today.
Well, Gen.G, last of their opportunities, really. Maybe they'll have one more gun round after this, but they're starting to run out of room to work with. EG building up quite a bit of money. Very solid gun round for them. So Gen.G, really, they're going to have to win one, maybe probably like 2 gun rounds in a row to try to reset this money to create a bit more of a closer score line. That's a good start. Cirque over-adjusting there a little bit due to the awkward peek out of Bentet. He was the only one over on that A side of the map, funnily enough, going down very, very early on. Interesting to see him go for an aggressive peek like that right off the bat when he is the only one over there.
Yeah, the rotation is in, though, for EG, so they still have 3 players on this side of the map. Not anymore.
Molly's going to be ran through, so Som tanks it, gets the entry, Daps onto Stan as well. This is looking good, but Breezy, what has he got for his flash? Slows him down for the moment, but he's almost able to wrangle 2. Unfortunately, the Famous Spray is just a bit too much, and Ethan in a 1-on-4, I dare say he's not going to bother trying it.
Yeah, even if he gets 2 there, it's probably still not going to be enough. It would leave Ethan in a 1-on-3. So it was just a rough round to begin with for EG, always having to try and fight from behind and being unable to do so. That cluck off, man. What is with these chickens?
Oh, they're...
That's actually like a mutant chicken. It's a 2-headed chicken.
Yeah, they're just making love.
Hang on, let me see if I can speak to it.
And another. Oh, he's grabbing them all. He's got them all coming. Is this farmer Ethan letting us know?
Oh,
where he keeps the chickens?
Come on.
There's more coming from CT, isn't there? I saw a couple more. Go get them.
Get it in there.
Gen.G, look, they've respected him so much, they're just letting him farm away. We're going to have some...
Oh! No! Why has he done that?
Jordan!
Chicken, no!
All right, Jordan, to take your mind off of that.
It's not going to happen, Pilski. You can't say.
Here's a cool smoke tutorial. I know you love smoke tutorials, so let me just put on my best smoke tutorial impersonator. Oh, you're going to run into this dig position. You line it up here and you tosh the smoke. And that goes to top mid.
Cool.
Tosh the smoke.
Just tosh it.
What's
I know you
a
loved it.
tosh?
What do you mean, Mac?
Mac's not OG enough to remember the
Mac
Tosh the
doesn't-
Smoke.
Mac doesn't know the Tosh the Smoke video. I know someone in chat definitely knows the Tosh
That'd
the
be
Smoke.
from like ESL Pro League Season 5
Yeah.
or 6.
I think that was my first season working on Pro
Yeah.
League. When he said Tosh the Smoke, I almost died. It was like 4 AM in the morning, I think, or something like that. And it was just like, what's he done? Why has he said it like that?
Well, here comes Gen.G straight through the smoke at the bottom of mid, but they've taken bottom of banana, I should say. But they've taken control of that. And now EG looking a little bit less comfortable on that B bomb site. Ethan has a smoke. Tarek's got a flash, but there's not a whole lot of util here, and the rest of that is being thrown in by Gen.G. Here they go, straight through the smoke into a headshot thanks to Ethan. But Kusta, he's going to get a double on the trade, and that is Gen.G now into the B bomb site.
And Cirque almost managing to get one through the smoke onto Kusta as well, but for now, it is a man advantage just barely.
Oh, it's not going to commit.
Pilsky, are you all right?
Pilsky, you going all right? Back to 3 on 3 now. As it's EG losing another man, automatic, trying to deal with this from Banana, and it looks like the save could be called in a moment, but Bentet so deep in CT, he's got full control of this area of the site, and EG so just confused as to how to deal with this situation. Bentet able to try and deny the cross, and that's going to be a world of information now. Pete coming in from Banana, and the round is just on the other side of this kill, but have they got on it in time? There's minimal time remaining. No!
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, I was getting a bit emotional there, Mac. He was aiming at a very sensitive area.
What was he aiming at?
Here's a picture of the map, Pilsky.
Yes.
Point to where he aimed at. This is bad news.
Where'd he point? I was looking at the screen.
We're going to have to report this to someone.
Was it your no-no square?
Definitely well within the no-no square, Mac.
Ah, well, that's no good.
Well, EG, they don't get it done. They do get all the kills, though, which makes the economy quite damaged there for the boys on Gen.G. They did have a fair amount of money going into that round, though, so I think they're going to be okay. But as for EG, they're going to be in a rough state of affairs. You're looking at Cirque, he's got the AWP, but the rest of the boys don't have much money, so... Cluck. I don't think you can see the chickens on Skybox.
Whoa, that's a bit of a travesty. All right, let's see if we can find some chickens to test your theory.
Hashtag justice for chickens.
You can't. There's no chickens on Skybox.
Justice for chickens.
Well, let's see, Ethan. He's going to tank that molly just to make sure he survives, which, you know, a bit ironic, however. Down to 34 HP. Still able to fight with that utility, which is very important to keep Gen.G away from the B site here. Tet tries to work the timing. He'll get away with his life for now, but Breezy stops Kusta in his tracks at apartments.
This has gone terribly for Gen.G. They've lost half their team on their way through the map. Now they're going to try to go back towards that B side of the map. Ethan's got a molly and a 5-7.
Well, molly and a 5-7 was probably enough, actually, to keep Gen.G at bay long enough for the rotation to come through if he uses that incendiary at the right time.
Let's see, he's just going to play for the retake. Molly is in his hands, but he's just going to keep it while EG rotate in, just looking to group up. It looks like it's going to be a molly over to New Box with a flash through from Tarek as well. They're just waiting for the perfect time to throw it all. In it comes. Daps going to be blinded completely. Stan should spot him in a moment, but they're not going to clear oranges, and Daps manages to wrangle two from this position. Crossfire working. 3 for Daps now. It's going to be the reload just in time. Tarek wrapping through, and a 5v2 is won by Gen.G. There was just not enough armor, and look, the coordination was there from EG, but no one looked at oranges.
Wow.
Wow is a good way to put that.
Wow.
2 on 5
You
to
know
hold.
what that looked like? That looked like Gen.G versus a bunch of chickens. That looked like Ethan cleaning up all the chickens in ruins. Remember that, Jordan?
Running around like a bunch of headless chooks.
It's repressed memory. Please don't bring that up anymore.
I actually called KFC and said we've got your stock ready for you.
No!
Yeah.
I think we got Macca's for breakfast today. And
Oh, yeah. You want...
Actually, what do you want, Mac? Do you
No,
want...
don't!
I found them.
No!
I found them.
What are those?
Some chicken nuggies.
Oh,
I'll keep them for the post show.
I'll have a McChicken, thanks.
Oh, you guys are terrible people. Chickens are friends, not food.
No, nuggies are better than the chickens in game, surely.
Bentet earned the nickname Square
Box
Square,
Box.
which translates to Big Brother. Well, unfortunately,
Oh,
those
there you go.
Chinese characters have not translated into the graphic.
Big old Box.
Yeah.
What's he got for us in this round? Looks like he's got a full bite.
Wish Bentet was my big brother. I've got 2 big brothers.
Wait,
neither
were they the no-no squares you were talking about?
No.
Oh.
No, they were not the no-no squares. Half by here for EG. Still saving. Gen.G about to even up this scoreline if the Pistols don't have some big impact.
Well, EG was pretty good in the dying moments of Dust 2. They're going to have to be good again here in the dying moments of Inferno. It's been a very close map so far, and Stanislaw goes 1 for 1. 5-7 being put to work in Banana.
Cirque going to be left unchecked for the moment. Able to hold dig controls. Going to be pretty nasty, but he hits the trigger on the repick. Falls in automatic. Doing some God's work now. Tarek trying to make his way through, and the timing could be key. Just waiting for that push to come through, but looks like he's actually going to be waiting for Stan to come in as well. So with that AK, should be able to get some extra damage done. I think Daps has been spotted at the bottom of mid. So with the bomb down...
They're saving.
Oh, EG. Yeah, there you go. So they've called for the save. They're just keeping the armor alive with that. That should allow maybe an extra weapon drop or 2 across.
Yeah, they should have a pretty good buy here.
I think I'm going to call Bentet Box from now on. That's his new name.
That's what I was alluding to at the start. And then you're just tired, so you're just not listening to me again. I know, you haven't listened to me like every day this week.
I don't listen to you when I'm awake either, Mac.
It's starting
Hate to break it to you.
to get on my nerves.
Caster BM.
And you know what happens when I get nervous, Billy?
What happens? You smile.
I get real angry. And you won't like me when I'm angry.
Okay. It's okay, Mac. Relax, mate.
It's all right. I think if we all just calm down, we can get through this. It's only 13-13. There's no need to get angry yet.
I think it's time to get hyped, to be honest. Gen.G, again, really pushing EG. It turns out the only team that can sort of give EG a bit of a run for their money, yes, Liquid, but also the one with Daps in it. Probably the man who knows the most about how these EG players function.
Oh, that's a nice grenade. Look, it didn't do as much as I thought it would.
But it pushed them off the line. Arguably, that's more valuable than the damage.
The unquantifiable value of the grenade.
I think it just got quantified, though.
I think it's very quantifiable, to be honest.
It's not represented on the scoreboard, ergo, thus, it does not exist.
Okay, you're not represented on the scoreboard either.
I most definitely am not.
I don't exist. I don't know how I'm going to come to terms with this new found information. Well, you do see the boys on Gen.G. They've taken this banana control, getting ready for this B-side execute. What utility do EG have to their disposal? Tarek's got that smoke. Ethan's got a smoke as well. But no counter flashes, no Molotovs. Smoke flies out right as a few of those smokes come in. I don't think Gen.G was looking to commit off this. I think they're trying to force out utility from the CT side.
And they've done just that. Both Ethan and Tarek have used all of their util now. So for this next execute, Gen.G are going to be running up against absolutely nothing apart from the sharpshooting. It's Tarek with an AWP, and he hasn't seen him just yet, but through the smoke, he catches sight of Som. Ethan also finds Bentet, and all of a sudden, Gen.G are the ones that are under pressure. Ethan still surviving on the bomb site, can't quite get back across the new box, but time is running out now for Gen.G. There's only 7 seconds, and that is the round. Cirque comes across on the rotation, but it's Tarek with the AWP that makes the big difference, and EG get themselves up to 14.
Yeah, there you go. Untied now, just like your tongue.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
A little bit of a tongue twister warm-up.
It's getting to that point of the day. Again, Tarek, he just survived for so long, which was very crucial in the round, and Gen.G, they just couldn't get in.
Yeah, maybe because of the smokes being thrown out. Old mate Stanislaw runs over from jungle side and actually gives them an extra smoke to work with here. The jump throw there on towards that main entrance of B. Sorry, guys. Sorry you missed that initial AWP shot. Don't worry, no one died.
Yeah, it's all right. Calm down. Jeez.
Calm down, chat.
Don't worry, we learnt some POG utility, so.
Well, I mean, that was a pretty big thing in that round because that was at 45 seconds he dropped that smoke, or a little bit before, and they still had more smokes to work with. Again, Gen.G looking to go back towards this big side of the map, trying to progress with more utility.
Oh, and looking for the wallbang, but Tarek cops some big nade damage now. Som as well finds the headshot onto Ethan. That's going to be top banana control found for Gen.G, and it looks like they're going to hit the accelerator, going straight in. Stan comes in, and maybe a little bit too late. There's no utility for him to use. Tarek able to snag another onto Som. And now from here, it's back to the 4-on-4. Gen.G, full control of site, just need to get the bomb planted. Dabs has full control of banana as well. So EG, one-pronged approach on the retake.
And they've only got a single smoke here. Double AWP for the retake. I don't know if EG are going to go for this. See if they can find themselves a pick that'll help them out, but if they don't get a pick, this is going to be incredibly difficult for them to get in. Still, there's two! Both of them through the smoke. Cirque and Tarek have opened the door now for EG, and all they have to do is slam it shut in the face of Gen.G. But Daps, he's going to break the door down, and Ben said, oh, he just can't quite hang on to it in the end. EG are going to get themselves to match point, but it was so very close to being pushed over the line by Gen.G to get themselves back to 14-14. But now they go into what could potentially be the last round of the map, and certainly is at least the penultimate round of the map, with a very poor buy.
Just back to limbo again. And the economy all over the shop right now. Gen.G, what do they got? 2 MAC-10s, a Tech-9, 2 AKs, and okay utility, all things considered. EG, they have everything they need to close out the map here and now, but Gen.G, again, they're going to go for the faster approach straight up banana, just sending the MAC-10s in and straight through the molly automatic. He's going to be isolated, so he won't commit on his own. Retake Molly's actually missed the mark as Ethan wraps back in. Tarek smokes off, knows that this push is coming through, but automatic, he's made his way into con. Might be able to go to the flank. Ethan fully aware of the situation, but he has to look back over the main choke point. Molly as well has actually bought some extra time, so even though automatic comes in on the flank, Ethan has already found himself a triple. Yeah. Tarek another, and it's Som versus the world. 1v4. What can he get done?
Well, there's only 3 left. Breezy, Stanislaw, and Cirque trying to hang on to this one for EG, but oh, this will be so difficult for Som. He's got time to work with at the very least, so he'll be able to try and isolate some one-on-ones. He's going to be very patient now and see if he can wait for a mistake from EG, but let's be real, folks. Unlikely that he's going to get that. The flash comes through, just keeping him at bay for the moment. And as he sits around here, that timer is ticking away. EG are slowly but surely now winning this round and winning this map. Only 44 seconds left. He's going to put the bomb down on the floor. Stanislaw makes some noise, but he commits to the plant and has no idea that Cirque comes around to the side. And that, well, is a bit of an anticlimax to the end of the map. It was a very, very good one. Mac, don't even look at it. X-rated.
Kappa Pride.
And it's a 2-0 today for Evil Geniuses. We're going to take a break. We'll have our post-match analysis and probably an interview for you folks after this.
Hey guys, going to be doing a short video of showing you how to retake top mid with what util you can use. Pretty straightforward, nothing too much going on. The first util you can throw is from pit. If you're the Ups player watching pit from circular, you can throw the smoke, basically get into this corner, and aim at this second antenna right in here, this little bulb thing, whatever it is. So yeah, just get into the corner, line it up, just jump throw. Pretty simple. Should land straight into mid, smokes off any orbers, any rifler that wants to hold a line, and they would have to be pushed forward into mid. The combo you'll be using will be this flash as well, so you get behind the barrel, aiming at the top of the antenna, and you just throw. Very good flash, very common flash as well. Gets everything, gets boiler, and all of mid as well. The second piece of util you can throw is a Molotov. It lands the same place as where the smoke does, but it is a Molotov instead. So after you do take mid with a Molotov, you can actually smoke off mid, giving you more time, or you can hold on to your util as well. Once you do retake, you can fall off and have your smoke for later in the round. So the Molotov would be around here. Pretty much how you line it up is you're aiming at the top of the roof of the church, and you're lining it up on this right side of this thing here into the sky. And you pretty much throw when you hit the roof of the site. So just running, throw the roof. You can throw a little bit later just so that the molly is deeper. Basically pushing off anyone that's holding the line as an AWPer or as a rifler, and doing the same thing pretty much as a smoke. Now the third util you can use is another Molotov, and you throw it from sight, basically behind default. You just aim at the right side of the window here. You make sure you throw it really deep, and you want it really deep so it gets into boiler, just so no one is holding these lines or even in these lines just ready to trade if you do flash onto diggity, not diggity, that's what people say in Australia, but into short. So yeah, very good Molotov. You can also use the same kind of flash lineup if you want to use flash, or you can get your teammate to throw a flash as well. From here, the same flash that was thrown before. Now, obviously, you want to make sure you talk with your team to coordinate the retake to be as efficient as possible, so it's all in good timing and making sure that the retake is very smooth. And that's pretty much about it with all the util you can throw and to retake top mid on Inferno. Thank you for tuning in.
Will you follow me under when I'm crumbling? Every night I wonder, will it ever end? Sometimes I can barely breathe, dear. Sometimes I don't wanna be here. Sometimes I don't wanna be here. Will you follow me under? Sometimes I don't wanna be here. I'm so sorry that I wasn't really there for me. Cause nobody else is showing any empathy. Rudely awakened, quiet undertaking. Did I do something wrong? Life isn't easy. Why did you leave me here with my thoughts alone? I don't wanna wake up messed up, 'cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I need you now, 'cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way.
Well, EG don't let their foot off the gas at least long enough for Gen.G to catch quite up to them. It was a bit of a longer tenured game than we expected it to be, and Gen.G, though, they certainly showed up, so there's some credit for them there, but at the end of the day, a 2-0 still for EG, and they continue to remain undefeated not only in series, but also in maps here in ESL Pro League Season 12. They're looking like they've got the goods today, Pilski.
Yeah, I would say, though, that Gen.G definitely gave them a run for their money. Played a pretty good game here as we head into the Mountain Dew Game Fuel Post match. I think that they really could have had a decent opportunity to take at least one of those maps. Very, very close scorelines.
Yeah, I love the Pilly host. I always love the Pilly host. But look, Gen.G, they actually outperformed what we thought was going to happen today. Look, going into this, we didn't really sell them up at all. You know, what we've seen from them in the last week or so hasn't been too great.
Yep.
So, you know, coming up against EG, you're like, well, look, it's EG. EG is going to completely destroy them. But then Dust 2 almost managed to make the comeback happen. And then here on Inferno, took them all the way to the end. But just, unfortunately, EG got over the line both maps.
Indeed, and we have our opinions, but we've got some better opinions to find. And of course, we're going to talk to someone from EG today. And I believe it is Breezy that we've got on the line again. So, how you doing, Breezy? Great to have a chat with you again. And you must be feeling pretty good after that.
Yeah, pretty good. It was a close game, so I'm happy that we were able to pull it out.
Awesome. Well, we've been watching you on the player cams while you've been playing, and we did have one question for you. Why do you play in the kitchen?
In the kitchen? It looks like a kitchen, but it's actually like a bedroom. It just has like a kitchen in it.
That's interesting.
A kitchenette, right?
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully that's going to be good for you. Anyway, tell me what you think about how things are going so far. You know, I mean, I guess you guys are what now, 6-0 in terms of maps. You're 3-0 in terms of series, and progressing as expected. And I suppose you guys are looking for the clean sweep.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like these matches we're playing. I think this is the closest game we've had so far. So like, this is the only map or only game where we really kind of sweated a little bit. I think they probably should have won Inferno, I think, because we were looking like we didn't have the answer to what they were doing, but I'm glad we were able to close it out. But yeah, I mean, everything's flowing. Like I said, like we're just keeping that streak on.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about how close the match was, because you guys got off to a really hot start on Dust 2, and you basically had to win a T-side like forced by pistol round to close things out before going to OT. What do you put that down to with how close the game was?
Honestly, I was pretty lucky, honestly, too. I don't think we should have won that round, but I think Peter just got a sick kill, and he was able to get the op, and then he closed it out with that, so I think he won us that round. But yeah, that was a pretty hard round to win.
What were the emotions like in that round at the end? I think it was Ethan last alive saving. I think he gathered about 6 or 7 chooks in construction and then just managed to murder them all. What happened there? Like, what was going through his mind? He looked a bit of a psychopath in that moment.
Well, honestly, for that round, we thought that they were going A. I don't know what the exact call was, but Peter said they weren't B, or they don't think they're going B. And then Ethan heard them back call. So it was really hectic. There was a lot of comms going and a lot of confusion, but I think he just killed them, and glad it worked out.
All right. Well, it's glad to have you on for another interview as well. Breezy, obviously going to let you go and enjoy your win, and best of luck in the rest of the tournament. Maybe we'll catch up soon.
Yep. See you guys. See
you, mate. Well, confident, of course, for Evil Geniuses, and they're able to get the 2-0 today over Gen.G, but he does know that that was the closest that they've been pushed so far, and I would have to agree. I mean, Gen.G, I think we have to give them some credit.
Yeah, we do, but at the same time, I am quite envious of Breezy. One day I want to be a pro CS player who just goes on a massive streak of maps and goes undefeated and has a kitchen in his bedroom. You know, that's pretty cool.
Casually. It's a kitchenette. It's a mini kitchen.
He never said kitchenette. You're
it's a
putting
kitchenette.
Words in
if
his
you're
mouth.
making a house with a look, Jordan. Actually, you were telling us the other day. You watch a lot of architecture.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, kitchenette.
Absolutely.
Okay. I guess I've got to fold on that one.
Yep, good.
I guess it's a kitchenette.
Got to
Fair
cop the L
enough.
there. Next time we get an interview with Breezy, we're going to have to ask him, does he actually use it? Because it didn't look used, to be honest.
It looked pretty shiny and new, and I don't think
Maybe
many
he's
gamers.
just a clean boy.
No, I don't think many gamers are in the kitchenette, in there with the sponge, pair of rubber gloves on, cleaning things up.
What's sponge got to do anything with it?
Huh?
What's sponge got anything to do with it?
I don't know.
He's not in the kitchenette. That was
he
Breezy.
He didn't even show up to the stream today. Did you see?
I
It
did
was
see
just
that.
a couple floating headsets. I don't know what was going on there.
It's pre-recorded. I think they just played like sound bites every now and then.
This is a live rerun, Mac. This is always pre-recorded. It's a live rerun.
Right. Yeah. Well, we are coming from the future here in Australia. It is. Well, it's actually 7:30, so we're ending late today. 7:30 a.m.
Not as bad as the 9 o'clock finish the other day.
No,
that was
a big game, wasn't it? Yeah. All right, well, look, what do you think about the chances for Gen.G going into the next couple of games from ESL Pro League Season 12, Mac? I mean, is that enough to say, you know what, they can actually continue to compete?
Yeah, well, that was very impressive, and that's the Gen.G we expected to come into Pro League, but it just took them a few games to get there. So if they can continue to play like that, then maybe there is a chance that they can, go up and get a couple more wins on the board, maybe make it to the finals, but they're going to have to cause some upsets against the likes of both Furia and 100 Thieves once they do go head-to-head with them.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I feel like there's a couple of teams here in NA, Gen.G, like Cloud9, who do tend to sort of play to the level of their opponents. They can play very, very close versus some of the better NA teams, but at the same time, if they play a team like a Triumph, they can tend to barely get that one across the line. So,
and no concerns for EG, I take it?
Oh, big. Some concerns for EG. I'm not concerned that they're going to lose the tournament or anything like that, but I think with how close that was, they've got to lose a map or a series at some point, surely.
Yeah, so far undefeated, though, and we're going to show you the results from today, which will continue that storyline. 2-0 for EG today against Gen.G. Over on the mainstream, things are cracking on as well. They've gone through their first couple of games, a 2-1 for OG, a 2-0 for Vitality. Right now, though, G2 a map up against Big in a fairly important series for them. G2 did, I think we saw a couple of days ago, lose to ENCE, and they'll be wanting to turn their season around, which it looks like they might be able to do today against Big. That game going on ESL_CSGO if you're interested in checking it out. What do you reckon about that one, fellas? Big been going a bit up and down so far in Pro League, so chance for G2 to get another win on the board.
Oh, G2 have as well, and I think, I'm just going to go back to what Malik was saying when we were interviewing him the other day. It's a question of form, who shows up on the day.
Indeed, and speaking of the day, we'll talk about tomorrow. What's coming up for us? We have ENCE and AGO. Should be a pretty interesting one. We've seen a bit of AGO so far on the B stream, and they've been quietly impressive for a team that's quite an underdog. Not quite a dark horse level just yet, but we'll see what they can do to perhaps ruin the dream of ENCE. On the mainstream, again, they'll have their 3 matches, Heroic and Godsent, to start the day off. Na'Vi OG in the middle, and then Furia Liquid. That'll be a good one toward the top end of North America tomorrow. Mac, what's your pick of the bunch over there?
I want to say Heroic and Godsent, but I feel like Heroic's just a bit all over the place. So I want to see that Na'Vi OG game, I feel like.
Really? I'm going to go for Liquid and Furia, their Cologne Grand Final rematch.
Yeah, I think that's a very compelling storyline. Could be the battle for first, could be the battle for second. Obviously, we have to see how those two teams would go up against EG as well, but that 3-way sort of battle for the top seems to be really heating up now as we get deep into Pro League.
Yeah, I would agree. At the same time, though, I mean, seeding might be one thing, but I'm not sure it's really going to matter too much. They should all be pretty safe and comfortable heading into playoffs.
Yeah, so I feel like whoever wins that might not be too important. That's why I was leaning more towards the OG Na'Vi game, because if OG managed to get that over the line, then they could be in contention to still make it the finals. Na'Vi, same thing. They're a bit all over the place. You don't know how they're going to play because it's online CS after all. So that should be a very interesting game.
Should be indeed, and we're going to have to wait for tomorrow for that, Mac. Today is done, at least here for the B stream. Not on the main stream, though. Head over to ESL_CSGO if you want to catch some more Counter-Strike. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow, and I'll bid you a very good night.
Mwah.
I still want something that can last. You make me feel like I'm okay. We both know that you you feel the same. Baby, I got nothing else to prove. You talking about your best at remember that you always get to choose. Talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You're acting like you really wanna fall for me, but baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Wanna be, yeah, talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You're acting like you really wanna fall for me, but baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Wanna be, yeah. Yeah, I guess you got my intention. Got no place I'd rather be, feel like another dimension. I don't wanna talk, baby, you should let it go. I don't wanna go, let me stay a little more. Now talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You're acting like you really wanna fall for me, but baby, can you tell me who you wanna be? Wanna be, yeah, talk to me, I just want a little bit of company. You're acting like you really wanna fall for me.
With the right CPU, you can turn any game from familiar to phenomenal. Unleash the potential in all your gaming with Intel 10th Gen processors. With its optimal balance of threads, cores, and frequency to deliver elite real-world performance, only Intel can bring Marvel's Avengers to life with in-game PC optimizations. Supercharge your Marvel's Avengers experience with Intel Core i5, i7, and i9 processors.
If you want to know what you're good at, and, well, also what you suck at, check out csgohub.com. Coming!
The stage is set. From your home to the arena. We proudly support the living room champions like we do the champions of the world. Providing you with the best tools in your pursuit to be a star. Euronics, official electronics retailer of ESL Pro League.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Your favorites will play soon. You hope for the win. Excited about the game, but something has changed. You start to doubt. Will they pull it off, or will they drift away? You pull yourself together because you're sure they're revved up to win. You know they've prepared. They've picked the right course. And even when there's no chances, you believe they will win. GG Bet. Be excited.